Yeah. It's Raw Dog and True Minati in this bitch. I'ma treat the stand like a bando. We gon' get it in, let your friend know. Got your homeboy feeling like Rambo, cause he all gassed up off the ammo. On my toes like some too small sando. Stay lit like the wick of a candle. Polo drive with a true, no commando. Lane can't see me like I showed up in camo.
Back at it again.
We trying to do this here video review, this Musix Future quarterly review. We gave y'all the disclaimer already.
Right. Check the first episode.
Going forward, if you want to know the disclaimer, how this is all set up, why, any of that, you go back and watch the first episode. We may rehash some of it from time to time, but we're not going through that no more.
And what it does, it basically gives you the description of how we're going to be reviewing these. So if you wonder how we come up with these opinions/reviews, it was covered on the last issue. So anyway.
Moving forward, now we get into these albums.
The jump off, first quarter.
Me personally, I think the first quarter was off the chain. It's a lot.
It was a lot of music, wasn't it?
It's a lot of shit that came out. I only listened to a few things. I can't listen to everything. I don't feel nobody can. Fuck that.
You know what's crazy though is I'm the DJ, and literally you had to put me up on quite a few on this list right here for real. Hey, you should go over that list though. Just the overall, like, man, just make a mention.
I'm gonna tell you what I listened to.
All that good music that came out in this first quarter though.
I listened to King Crooked, that Good vs. Evil 2, the Red Empire mixtape. Seemed like this was the beginning of the year was the year of the Crips. I swear my ear got a fascination for West Coast Cali Crips for some reason.
We know.
So King Crooked.
The Blue.
Well, no, it's not because of them. King Crooked, I listened to that. That shit was off the chain. Topics, of course, Crooked always on some shit lyrically and politically. Of course, that's where he at right now.
Right.
Follow that nigga on Twitter. He's a fool, bro. G Perico, little nigga I found out about from Cali. Jerry Curl. I don't know why he got the curl.
He's bringing it back.
Yeah, man. He looked like he looked like a little skinny DJ Quick, but he crippin'.
Okay,
you know
we'll
what
try
I'm
not
saying?
to hold that against him.
You know, he lay it down too. He do the perm too, I think too.
You say West Coast?
West Coast Cali.
No, come on now.
I mean,
hey, shouts out to all my
nigga, I listen to the shit, dog. The shit, I like it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I meant the Jerry Curl thing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So yeah, now what else came out?
That Daz. If you I fucks with Daz. Daz released something. It was alright. You know, everything ain't great, but it was alright. Snoop released a little 6 tracks on it.
West Coast record.
Snoop, I ain't listened to nothing Snoop and I don't know how long. Well, I have, but it's not been good. It's not been good. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm a Snoop fan. It's not been good.
So that's not going to be on the list today.
No, it's not. But I bring that up to say this one, if you're a Snoop fan, go listen to it. Go fucks with it. Whoever he got with him, they put some swag injected into him.
Is it Snoop Dogg or is it Snoop Lion?
It's Snoop Dogg, dog.
Right.
It's Snoop. It's called 220. It's Snoop. It's real quick. It's got some shit on there. I fucks with. Out of 6 songs, it's probably one I don't listen to, and it's not because it's bad. I just don't. I don't fuck with it. Don't grab it. Right. But it's worth listening to. Eminem came out. Mark Battles Vasi World. Audio push. Childish Gambino released the EP.
Mm-hmm.
I fucks with him. A lot of people fucks with him.
Yeah.
Lazy and Busy Bone released one.
Right.
If you Bone Thug fans, it's not a great album to say the least, but it's got a few songs on there you'll fucks with.
But it's out there.
Yeah, I recommend it if you a Bone fan. Jeezy, of course, released That Pressure. It was alright to me, but if you fucks with it, go listen. Dave East, again, you're the Crips, man. East Coast though.
Dave East was hot.
I fucks with that Dave East more than I like the last one. The last one wasn't like that to me. I was like, yeah.
It's alright.
Like, yo ass, what you fucks with him?
It was a few
I
tracks.
fuck with him, but I gotta say something, Dave East. You aborted your whole sound, man. We knew you for something. This whole CD, you adapted a completely different sound. You should have walked us into it. As a fan, I know what that transition is like. This Sonny Cartel, I'm on the side.
I was about to let him know the voice in the background is our Sonny Cartel.
It's the voice in the background.
As an artist, anything has to be a gradual transition. You can't just move your family the next day to California and they've been in Detroit their whole life. And just as music, when I took somebody, I said, let me take you down this trip. Cause I said, you like Dave East? They said, yeah. And I let them hear 5 songs before. I let them hear 5 to 8 songs before he ever got on. And all of them was boom bap. And they said, this don't make sense. And I said, so a person that watched them come, it don't make sense. People just want to be fans. And that's good because what he did do, because he was a rapper, it came out excellent. Mm-hmm. It came out excellent. He just aborted a whole sound. I was waiting to hear Demons. You know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. I was waiting to hear Demons. I was waiting to hear that gritty New York shit. And it none of it, not one song was on there. All of it was 808. So it just as a fan, it left me in a little confusion, right? Because I don't be looking for a lot of people because I'm not a fanatical person. Mm-hmm. But as a fan, when I do walk you down, I'm like, damn, what brought me to this point? I ain't hear none of it.
I'm a new listener of Dave East. I admit that. So upon, I guess this one kind of hit me just like, I just took it for what it was. See, I don't know a lot of that, what Sonny's speaking on. So right. It kind of just hit me raw, and I was digging it because I am old school, so I got a little more favoritism towards boom bap, but I can definitely get where he's coming from, and now that he mentions it, I do see a lot of that in that album,
Oh yeah.
But it was good work, though.
I enjoyed it again.
I vibed off a few tracks.
I've been following him for a few.
What else do we have coming up now?
Nipsey Hussle released one I fucks with. Onyx Black Rock, which we gonna touch on.
Yeah, today.
We gonna definitely touch on that. Sky Zoo, Vita Ruler, and of course some Detroit, in my opinion, Detroit favorites, Black Milk and Elzhi.
Right.
Elzhi and Khrysis, I'm sorry. Elzhi and Khrysis did one and Black Milk had his own.
We're gonna touch on Black Milk today too.
Oh yeah. That's pretty much that long list, 17 albums that came out this year.
That's a lot of work.
In my opinion, they good. They good and they worth listening to. If you fans of them, if you're not familiar with them, go check them out.
Again, it's covered on the first episode. The premise of this show really is to just bring attention to a lot of the work that's out here and do some of the leg work for the listeners and followers. It's hard to even know what's out these days because if you have to depend on mainstream media to provide what's out for you, you're gonna miss out on 90% of what's out because they're only touching on 2. Yeah, right.
I mean,
So hopefully, whether it's good or bad, here it is. Here's some more options for you to go out and listen to it in your search. Right. Good music.
17, we gonna touch on 7 of them.
Voice from the back, Sonny Cartel.
I got a question for both of y'all.
Okay.
Which one out of those albums is your favorite and why? Ooh. Or am I taking you left field?
Yeah, no, you're not taking us left field.
You can be short and sweet, so they can understand a little bit your perspective.
That's a nice question.
I think I got my answer.
By the end of this, we're going to answer that question.
And that's a beautiful thing. That's a way to cap it off. Yes, sir.
How about that?
At the end of this,
we'll bring that back.
Matter of fact, this is what we're going to do from going forward. At the end of every review, what we're going to do is we're going to cap it off with what we like the most out of that quarter.
Top shooter.
There you go. There you go. Courtesy of Mr. Sonny Cartel.
Yeah.
The voice in the back for
and that's how we do it. We build it. Like we said on the first segment, this is a build. And this is actually this is the first review episode. And that pilot that we shot on the last one that you seen will describe what we're doing here. So, yeah, bro. So with that said, you ready to jump into this first review?
We're going to jump into this first review. Before we do that, we're going to go ahead and play some music from this first review.
Okay, to jump it off?
To jump it off. And then we're going to go ahead and jump into this first review. I guess we're going to kick it off with what pretty much started all of this quarter. The Eminem Revival.
Okay.
It dropped in December, not January. And that shapes up how we moving forward with the quarterly reviews.
Word.
It's not January to March, it's December to February, and that is done so we are able to do a end of the year.
End of February.
End of February, yes.
So we'll be right back.
We'll be right back after playing this track, and we're going to come back and talk about this revival and this Eminem, this highly disputed album.
It was disputed, wasn't it?
It was very disputed, and that's what we gonna jump into off rip.
We'll be right back. It's Music's future.
Right on, bitch.
Feeling kinky, lip syncing with two shorts, freaky tales. Yeah. Having creepy visions of whiskey drinking, envisioning sneaking into where Christy Brinkley dwells. I know this is risky thinking, but I want a sticker like she's decals. But when murdering females, better pay attention to these details, or you could be derailed. Better wear at least 3 layers of clothing or be in jail. If you get scratched because you're DNA, be all up under her fingernails. Man, he hears you, I don't think he cares. He gives a fuck, even his pinky swears. 3 personalities, burst anatomy, please beware. Her TV blares, can't hear the creaking stairs. She's unaware in no underwear, she's completely bare. Turns around and screams, I remember distinctly. I said I'm here to do sink repairs. Chop her up, put her body parts in front of Stephen Avery's trailer and leave him there. But hey man, I was framed.
That.
We hope y'all enjoyed that little song there. The highly disputed album.
Eminem Revival.
Eminem Revival.
Review. Music's future.
Had a long time to digest this album since December.
Yeah. Is that when it jumped off the quarter?
Yeah, that was like, I think the middle of December it dropped. Or maybe like the second one.
Definitely the one that got the biggest attention, of course. I mean, you know, because it's Eminem. It's always people waiting.
So I got my notes over here. I'm peeping my notes. We're going to go ahead and kick it off with the rating. What did you rate this?
Woo! Off top.
How many crosshairs
All right.
did this
Now,
album get for you?
From me.
Don't break it down for me yet.
Not
Just
gonna
give
break it down.
me the number.
Okay. A solid 1 crosshair for me. But he got on the target, building on the second one. That's what I want to get at because it is.
You say about a 1.5.
Yeah, I would say 1.5. I would rank that at 1.5 because he's definitely on the target with it, but it just really didn't get there. I totally have to give it 1.5.
I gave this album 2.5.
Word.
2.5 at most. Well, it won't get the 3. It ain't climbing up to the 3. It ain't creeping on the 3. It's 2.5 for me.
Gotcha.
Solid and easy.
Yeah, mine is a solid 1.5, really, to be honest.
Now breaking it down, you know, we got our criteria: the lyrics, the beats,
right.
the music, and the concept.
True.
All 4 crosshairs. Going for you, I guess we'll do lyrics first. What did you give it? Did you give it a crosshair, a half, or anything for lyrics?
Did not get lyrics. Got the half. Lyrics got the half, and I only gave it a half because, you know, of course, it's Eminem again. We know technically he got a skill set that what he does well. And some would even say he's one of the best at what he does. But again, that's what he does.
And so you say you gave.
So the lyric portion of it didn't necessarily hit me with a lot of the substance. Maybe some of the maybe in certain portions it did, but it just didn't miss on. It missed here, but it didn't all come together on enough songs for me. You know.
Okay.
You know.
You say how many? You say
I had 1.5, so that was the half right there. So how did you feel
you
about
gave
lyrics?
it a half.
So I was saying,
for me,
it was a lot of great lyrics. So let me finish though, because there was a lot of good lyrics. He was snapping on a few tracks. Now he went extra ham on them, but I'm saying it was in Eminem style. So there's the shaky part because I have my different I have a different opinion about the fluency of a rapper.
Okay.
So I want to at this point I'm gonna do it. So
the hand off the camera.
Yeah. So it kind of was a little bit.
So for me, I gave it
missed a couple marks.
I gave it a solid 1. I gave it a solid 1 on the lyrics, and here's why. Again, first of all, I guess let me say this. I might be slightly biased in anything about Eminem.
Okay.
Growing up, I'm an Eminem fan, so there's potential for me to be slightly biased. Saying that that's why we try to look at this with an unbiased view. That's why we have criteria.
Yeah, so kind of leave that out of it then.
Well, I have to acknowledge that because somebody watches like, man, that nigga's just, man, they don't know he like Eminem.
Right,
you know,
right,
man,
right.
fuck it.
I mean, you know.
I like the motherfucker. Whatever. Lyrics, I gave him a solid, he got a solid crosshair for me. I'm a fan of the technical aspect of it. There's always been a portion of him that there are times he gets off beat. It is what it is. Sometimes I think it's trying to jumble too much at this point into a rhyme pattern. Outside of that though, the technical aspect and how he forms words and how he is, I would say, grown in that department to this point. This album, what he's doing on there technically sometimes is real dope. But it's also because of certain songs like Bad Husband. Bad Husband, when I heard that song, I loved it. Only because the concept, how he placed it forward, and the idea of, taking admittance for his own fuck-ups that we've all watched him go through. And that's pretty much what that was.
You're
the ones we
lyrically,
know about.
we're talking about lyrically.
Lyrically. How he, because if you don't write, sometimes people don't understand. It's hard to put forth a picture, a story, and visually have a listener visually see that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I can see a video for that whole song, and he don't ever have to release one.
Gotcha. I mean, that's the testimony for that's a true artist at work, right there. I mean,
right.
As far as a musical artist.
Songs like that, of course, he goes bananas on the songs that are actually more hip hop. And we're gonna touch on that later. But the songs that are the rap songs, the three, he goes a little bananas on there. Sometimes I don't know if he's poking fun, but I noticed the jocking of certain lyrical styles for fun, and I'm just gonna assume they were for fun.
Yeah, I don't know. I got this sense from lyrically, just so you know, we talking. Just to reiterate on my point though, make it clear. I'm speaking globally from the whole concept of the whole album.
Okay.
Overall, so that's why where it goes off. He might be solid on one track, 2 tracks here, but then where he misses is just, he missed.
I enjoyed overall a lot of them. There were a few.
It sounded like some kind of campaign.
What was that damn song you brought up? The one I hate that fucking song. The white boy.
Right, that's what it sounded like a campaign.
I hate that fucking song.
But and I swear it sounded like him and Kid Rock was having some
Well, to me, it sounded like he was talking. In a little thing, it sounded like he was talking shit to Kid Rock on certain.
That's what I'm talking about, and it's like, and in the whole vein, this is a whole kind of copycat off the whole Cheech and Chong song.
Well, that and some people brought up the copycat off of Joyner Lucas.
Some of the rockish beats or whatever just kind of
the other
pop. The lyrics was too hip hop for me, and
there were a lot of those.
Too many features kind of take away from you. You don't need all of this when you're supposed to be at that level. So this is why the lyrics kind of got that half for me. In the same way, and he didn't get one. Conceptually from me, but we are jumping down the line.
Okay.
But so
beat wise, moving into beat wise,
beats.
I gave it when we talking hip hop and we talking hip hop beats, I don't see it. It's hard. They're not there.
Yeah, he missed
3 rap songs.
You didn't get a crosshair from me on beats.
Unfortunately,
of that point right there.
Unfortunately, he gets a crosshair from me. I'm sorry.
Beats?
He gets half a crosshair.
That's where your half came in.
He gets half a crosshair, and here's why. When we talking about musically listening to the album, it has some good music on it. It has beat-wise, it has good beats on it. Like, you can listen to it instrumentally and like a lot of the beats on there.
I probably wouldn't listen to it. Maybe that's a little different from me. I don't know. Outside of that, I probably wouldn't.
Because of course I listen to the 3, the rap songs, of course, because they only fucking 3 rap songs on there. But then you got
There we go.
But we talking about beats, so we talking about the beats. We talking about the background, and the opposite of the lyrics, and some of the music to some of the other stuff on there is nice and very well put together to me. Just stand alone by themselves. Of course, he has a few misses. Again, the white boy beat I don't like. The damn I hate to say it like this, but the white people anthem. You go to any popular white club and you get this damn song. You throw a dime in the jukebox shit. I love rock and roll. Another dime in the jukebox, baby.
Man, it's a cheat code. This is what I'm saying. It's a cheat
They stole
code.
that, and I hate his version of it, but I understand it also. Because if we looking at radio,
man, that's why I'm not giving it to him. That's why
we looking at radio, we have to also understand the radio that plays him is not urban pop. It's not the rap station. It's the rhythmic station.
In Detroit, it's 95.5.
Right. Up here in other places, I think in St. Louis at one point it was
It's your local
107.7.
pop station.
Yeah. That's where his rap gets played at. Right. So there are a lot of songs that I like and they're getting played over there, but when we talking about hip hop, it's
Unless
not
it's a
there.
Dre beat.
So I mean, he gets the half.
That was on urban radio.
Yeah.
Black radio.
You know, but you know, he gets the half for me there. It's like, okay. That's why I say it's a solid 2.5 because he's not climbing no higher than that. Because that half can also legitimately be taken away, and I fully understand that.
Right.
So, I mean, we gonna go ahead and jump into the that's the timer. I mean, we talking too long. I'm joking. We gonna go ahead and we gonna play some more music for you, and we gonna come back and jump into the last half of this and move into another review.
Right.
I'll sit tight.
You claim if you get knocked by the cops, you give them not even a statement. Walk in the arraignment, shoot the bailiff, karate kick the plaintiff. Got it with the stainless, I'll just call it shoddy entertainment. If y'all was in the party getting faded, or Molly had the audience sedated, you wouldn't catch a body if it fainted. Probably let it fall and hit the pavement, but you be the first lobbying to claim it. Bitch, stop being a lame, your hobby isn't robbery and dismembering body limbs like you was Tommy Lynn cells and chainsawing them in the basement. Hardly fit your job description, ain't nobody dipping out the back of the club like, oh my god, he's tripping. Only time you get the blade is probably with the dang lawn equipment, ain't it? Wouldn't take a bobby pin and wave it. I need to stop being debated. You're still copying Xeroxing, I'm still copying a feel like Bill Cosby at will. Popping a pill, then spill oxys and Jill's coffee, then send her out to the hotel lobby, a lil wobbly and still groggy. This blonde fuck's reprehensible misconduct's never sensible. Kiss my butt, my set of principles is gone. But till I get the president to respond, my pen and pencil is a missile launcher. And Senator Mitch McConnell's just as big up for bitches. Donald, shit's on, bruh. Let me sing the shit soprano while I do it pizzicato. Ivanka, stiff arm her while I'm hitting on Melania. And this song's for all ya. Nobody likes me, everybody hates me. They want me to go eat some worms. Drag my name through the mud, through the dirt, but I'ma make you eat your worms.
Yeah.
Try to hold me
Another
down,
hot
but you
one,
better let
huh?
me up.
Another hot one for Revival. Look, I want to say that because on some real stuff, like I think the first segment kind of was maybe might, for some may seem like it might be a little critical of, like, for me, I might not have liked it or something like that, but that was just giving my reasons for maybe not getting the crosshair.
For the crosshairs.
Or whatever. But on the strength of that, when we move to this next category, which is music, right? Mm-hmm. Now, music is where this is where I've been giving this crosshair. Now, I'm not saying he gets the music for the music itself, but just for the fact that I wanted to give this project a solid crosshair, because I feel like it was enough tracks on there to validate it in that sense. But does it necessarily actually embrace the full detail of what we put on music, the criteria for our music category, the crosshair? I don't know if it's all the way fully there, but that would be the logical crosshair I would give it for having about a good 6 strong tracks that I like, but not solely based on its musicality, but that they were good songs. So I would have to put good songs in the music category. You know, I think he had enough of them to say it was a good project.
And that's
you know,
where
it
he
was
got.
decent.
That's where he got his other full crosshair from me.
Was it what I was expecting? No.
No.
No, not even expected.
No.
My fault. Whoop. Rewind that. I'm talking. Cut it out. No.
DJ.
What I
Scratchy,
wanted, bro. What I wanted as a Shady fan, I had this want for some Shady stuff. So I guess maybe Shady don't exist. That's just you know, unexpected. You know, just you know, something you ain't gonna get. So,
he got his one
Shady
crosshair
gone.
from me because I like the album. I enjoyed it. I can listen to pretty much the whole album minus 3-4 songs. I got it on my phone right now. I can actually go through the phone and tell you which ones I actually, not that even I don't like, I just don't
like.
listen to.
Yeah.
I can tell you there's a couple I don't like. There's some I don't listen to, but majority of the album.
So how did you feel about, and I want to hear your opinion of the third category in music, as far as like, how did you feel like the lyrics and the music and whatever married together?
I think
overall,
for me, a lot of them they did. I mean, again, I got it in my phone, so I mean we not gonna play it, but I can go down the list of songs. Walk on Water. Hated it as a single. Should have never been the first single released.
but that's what he does, though.
No.
But that's typically that's what he's been doing.
No.
Yeah, he puts that.
My name is not that. My name is not.
Wait a minute, how long ago was that?
The next one was.
Wait a minute. No, I ain't talking about tomorrow.
No, I mean, I would go down. I was gonna go down the list almost of every album. They're never that slow. Heaven to Beyonce, yeah, okay, maybe. He's never had a feature on the first song. Never. I mean, I may be wrong. Somebody else may be like, hey,
it's a marketing move, though.
I get the marketing
it's
move.
more a marketing move than it is we're gonna put our best track or our fitting track for this release out there first. It's a marketing move.
I fully get that. I just
You
hated it as
saying
the first
Eminem
single.
got a song with Beyonce, Stop the World.
Second single.
We gotta hear this.
Second single. At best, second single at best. But definitely third single. That's not a first single. I'm sorry. But I like the song and I like everything about it. I just thought that was the wrong way to come out with the album. Believe, I love it. Chloroseptic, I love it. River with Ed Sheeran, I think that's on the radio now. I love it. The Revival interlude, okay. Like Home, the nigga went nuts on Trump and everything, and Alicia Keys doing the. I can see me at a concert and that nigga doing that song, and the whole arena just lit up. I can visually see that.
Let me tell you this with pause. You know, on that track though, how I felt if I had access to Alicia Keys and it was gonna do a song with her, that is not the song I would do personally.
I don't know, man. That's a nice song because it reminds me of another one. Is it Fireworks?
Or something. I ain't do it.
It reminds me of Fireworks in the sense.
Where was the soul?
Yeah, I give you that.
But then, okay, move on.
Bad Husband, I like. Tragic Endings, okay. Framed, okay, I like it. It's old Eminem storytelling. We chopping up bodies and all this other shit. I was framed, cool. Nowhere Fast, it's an alright song. Offended, my shit. Need Me with Pink and Castle and a Rose, both how they roll into each other. Castle and a Rose, I like them both. I gotta say this.
Can I just say which ones for me before you say?
Okay, go ahead.
So out of them, I like Tragic Endings. I like, of course, Chloroseptic. He was snapping on Chloroseptic. What is the other one? Framed.
Mm-hmm.
He went in on Framed to me, and Castle. Offended.
Have a list if you wanted to see.
No.
Oh, okay.
I know the ones I like.
Okay. Oh no, I thought this was.
Heat.
It's a Heat. I must have took that off of here. I must not have liked that song.
I mean, them the ones that I kind of like savored on. Not to say that I didn't like the other ones or whatever, but them was the ones that made me say, okay, if you got that many, how many total tracks are on there?
If I'm missing one, I'm looking at 14, so about 15.
Right. So I figured he got at least halfway there.
Yeah.
So if nothing else, I'm talking about on super solid songs that I would bang.
That's why I gave it to him. That's why I gave it to him. And of course, overall concept of everything, he didn't get one from me.
No.
It's overall concept. I ain't talking about individual songs. Overall concept
Album
of everything.
title is Revival. Okay, now you look at I looked at the track listing, I looked at the tracks, I looked at the songs, I listened to them, I see no correlation really, like it was another.
It was very minimal. It was
yeah,
basic.
it's like, okay, Revival, okay, I'm coming back with a bunch of collection of, a compilation disc of my songs. I mean, for real, you gotta come better than that. Like, I mean, you know, to get a concept thing. You know, now was there some concepts built in each song or whatever? Sure, there were along the way there was some concepts. You know, definitely, but for an overall track, you know, I don't know that I even see any artwork that reflected on anything revivalish. You know, is in the church.
So with that said. You know, again, I enjoyed the album. Hey, we ain't getting no fart noises and burps and shit like that.
Right, and see, now, like I said,
no talking hand puppet dogs and shit like that, so I'm good.
By now, I'm pretty sure everybody's seen this project. It is worth listening to, and I'm sure.
If you're a Shady fan, I'm pretty sure you'd like it. I enjoyed it.
You know,
it ain't old Shady.
No,
we'll never get that back.
If you're an Eminem fan,
okay.
You might love this. If you're a Shady fan like me, you're gonna like a couple tracks. Okay. I truly like Shady, and that's really all I want. I don't want Marshall Mathers. I damn sure don't want Eminem. I don't want that dude. That's hip hop.
You know, I don't really like that's what it is. You know, there should be a conversation had about Eminem's music at this point, and whether or not is it hip hop or is it pop music, and we're past that, because I understand, it's popular, so I kiss my ass.
Yeah, but when you go into the 100, over almost 200 million fans. You
artistically, as a fan of music and artistry.
Okay.
At this point, he do what the fuck he want. I've watched his growth. I've enjoyed his growth. The bad, the real bad, and the fucking good.
Right.
You know, at this point he can really do what the fuck he wants, and that's why I say I could be biased, but I had to break it down because it's not the greatest shit.
For me, that's all the more reason to put out the realest shit you've ever wanted to put out, because you can do it, because you have fuck you money. I think fuck you status. Like, it really don't matter. So just put out some good music, dude. You ain't gotta have 8 features. You ain't gotta have a marketing scheme to put out your music. You don't need none of that. Put out some raw ass Shady music, and you'll win over a lot of the. Now there's some loyal fans. Now look, can we wrap this up?
Yes,
can we wrap this one up? No, but I want to do it like this, because part of my opinion, and I might by some people may get ridiculed for only giving the brother 1.5 stars or something. But I'm gonna say this: part of my influence was built on my worldwide fans that I have on my radio station that communicate with me, and they tell me their opinion of it, and it's very much like what we're saying. Okay. It's like, as loyal as they are, they still got an expectation and a want too. And a lot of them still want that Shady.
To a couple of them.
What? Oh, I'm just mean using that as a figure.
Oh no, I didn't know if there was a couple particular ones that always listen or anything like that.
Oh yeah. But I ain't gonna put them on blast or whatever, because they might want they might not want their Eminem family to know.
We gonna keep everybody secure.
Because I'm gonna tell you, it's something to hear a pure Eminem loyal fan be displeased.
And there were a lot of us who were displeased again.
And I mean way more, these are die-hard fans that I respect like to the utmost. So
with that said, we done with the Eminem Revival. It is what it is.
Ooh,
I had 2.5. V, you had
1.5.
There we go. And when we come back from this little break, we're gonna be diving into a Detroit favorite, hometown boy, Black Milk
in the chamber. Let's go. It's music.
They don't know nothing.
Yeah, I hope you become anything you wanted to be. Hope you seeing anything you wanted to see. Yeah, do anything for some paper. It's what they say. Yes, it's human nature. It's like.
We're gonna always do Detroit artists. Detroit, especially anybody local, underground, which was, we stated it, some things will be rehashed, but it's part of the purpose.
Right.
We gonna always review them.
Right.
Black Milk, well-known producer, MC, album called Fever. What'd you give it?
Ooh. I gave it.
What'd you give it?
I gave
How
it.
many crosshairs? That's all I ever want to fucking know. I gave it 2.
Off the top.
I gave it 2. 2 solid crosshairs, and I'm okay with that shit. It's a straight hip hop album. Not no pop shit. Straight hip hop. Struggling?
I'm struggling between 2.5 and 3. I want to give it 3, but I don't know why. But
yeah, I don't know why either, but we gonna
but
fucking find out, because fucking shit. But we
right,
gonna find
it's only
out
a half
why.
a difference though. You're really
We gonna find out why.
Right. Well,
starting off with lyrics.
Up top with lyrics, I think you did pretty good on lyrics. I mean, it's when I think of Black Milk, automatically the whole Jay Dilla vibe comes into mind, and Slum Village sound, and with that being said, it always comes some kind of substance. So they always kind of just be on something different, which is I like, So overall on lyrics was good for me. I was cool on lyrics.
I gave him one on lyrics.
I didn't really,
him one.
I think they met the mark on lyrics.
I from a technical aspect, I think he can spit. I can't nobody tell me he's not a good rapper.
I ain't gonna lie.
He's a decent rapper. He's got like, again, substance, like you said, concepts. He can rhyme, dog.
There's some clever little wordplay here and there. It's not saturated by no means or whatever. It's nothing really over the top.
No.
It's very mellow type music.
Yep.
Again, your average Dilla fan would love this.
Yeah, if you a Dilla fan, I would say definitely check out. If you're not already familiar with Black Milk, I don't know how you would be a Dilla fan.
Which a lot of hip hop heads, boom bap fans, they go in that same category too.
Yeah,
and they just like Dilla by default, But beats wise, like let me see, I got to scroll down a couple of lyrics wise. Faux Friend. Did you listen to that one?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I kind of I dug that one. It was like, there was some concepts in it, so that's like part of the lyric category is, them having some kind of substance to it.
Oh yeah, and a lot of his music on there definitely has a lot of substance.
And concept within the lyrics. So that's how it was for me. Now, you got anything else you want to say about
I mean, that's pretty much the same view I got with the
So, on to the next crosshair. Did you give him a crosshair for that? You gave him a lyrical one? So
he most definitely got one for lyrics.
Okay, so we both got a lyrical one.
That's how he got that. That's definitely his full crosshair. Beats, I gave him a half a joint. I couldn't. I'm a fan. I'm not a fan of boom bap like that. I'm I'm not. But there's some dope ass beats on here. It's some real good ones. There's a few with that, you know, that sound that they have that where some of the percussion is off, or some of the music, or some of the sounds, it seems like it's thrown in there off.
That's
and I
the
get that. I
that's
understand
the,
it.
That's the,
sometimes
the
I feel
feel.
it. Sometimes I feel it.
Right.
Sometimes I don't. It's one of them things like, yeah, it throws me off. No, that shit sound right.
Right.
He's got some beats on here that are fire. He's got some tracks on here that are straight beats, straight instrumentals. Right. And them bitches are fire. I love them.
You said you didn't give it a beat category?
I gave it a half. I gave it a half. Because overall, the whole album, there are half the beats I'm like, yeah, I'm not fucking with that. Right. And he's spitting over them. He's spitting over them. Can't take that away, but we talking about beats. Some of the beats is like, no. And then some of them I'm like, that shit fire. And again, there are some tracks he got that's instrumentals. And them bitches, I'm talking about jazzy feel, laid back. I'm leaving work 5 in the morning. Guess what I'm playing? I'm playing that shit. That shit rides. That shit, it's a night. Again, if you a fan of that stuff,
that smooth,
it's most definitely the beats on there. You gonna enjoy them. You gonna enjoy them if you a fan of that.
Yeah, and I mean, the beat part for me is again, it's that Dilla feel.
Yeah,
and a lot of what you're describing is definitely Black is influenced by Dilla heavily, of course, paying homage as well, you know. And with that being said, I had to by default give the beat category, if nothing else, a go, because they was fire. They was fire beats. And
so you gave him a full crosshair. You gave him a full.
I gave him. That was the half.
That was the half.
That was actually the half as well. Was the half. Because there's an issue with like what you said with the percussion. Sometimes when people capture the Dilla sound, they get that off timing, and sometimes that Dilla used to have this abstract sound, and sometimes you get lost in it, you know. And it was actually one track, Will Remain. I don't know what happened. I don't know why that got on the album. It disturbed me. I got like Tourette's when I hear offbeat, like as a DJ, when I hear something offbeat, it just, my mind starts to go nuts. And I was just listening to that track like,
somebody at home like, this motherfucker, that's my shit.
I probably listened to it 30 seconds too long because I was in shock. And I just had to like snap out of it and like go off, clean my palate out, because it was really like, so I don't know. So yeah, with that being said, it kind of made me listen to it again, and I heard, you know, so the beats was good. It was good. But he made up for it in the music category. I think it kind of, I kind of put them together a little more. The more I listened to it, the more they fell together. The lyrics
and the beats together. And that's where he
got
another
more
half
on that. And I gave. That's where he got the full one.
Oh, you gave me his full one.
I got the full one on there and the lyrics, because I think they did kind of go together, even though the beats were kind of. That's why I gave it a half. It's almost like a cheat code. You know, I'm big on these cheat codes. You know what I mean?
Cheat code!
But no. I mean, the brothers pay homage to what you know, I ain't got no problem with that at all. It's a solid project, and that's why, like I said, I gave it 2 solid ones. That half could be just taken in there.
I gave it my half for the music. For the music, you know, like we said before, it could be music/song, however you would have worded it. When you put the music and the beats together, again, he's spitting on everything. I can't take that away from him. Sometimes because the beat is awkward to me, the song as a whole just loses me. And that's important for me because I'm listening to the music. You know, we break it down, but I listen to the shit. So if I'm gonna keep listening to it, I'm looking for shit I want to listen to repeatedly. Yeah. You know, and he's got half that's like, as a whole song, it's like, yeah, it's got concept with it. It's got good lyrics. Beat's not there, and it's not matching up So, and then he's got that half that's like, that shit's fire.
Yeah.
You know, that
For
song,
me,
that track
in the music
is
category,
dope.
my fault, let me cut you off, but in the music category, it just like, it was enough songs on there that had enough basic like substance to them or whatever, where I had to just give them that. It came together on a whole, you know?
Oh yeah.
Because I hear everything you talking about in it as well, but I'm gonna give them a full one on that. I think they got that off.
So you gave it 2.5 total. And I gave it a solid 2. Again, it's a nice album. I do listen to it. I'll probably listen to it again when I leave here. I like it. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of wanted to give it a 3 too. I ain't even gonna lie. So just to put that out there.
You know, any like we said off camera, any rating that we give, it could be a 1. It doesn't mean, in my opinion, that the album's bad.
Oh
That's
yeah,
just
I'm
broken
glad you
down
brought
to
that
the
up. Yeah, we
criteria.
was talking about that.
We
Yeah,
break
yeah.
it down the criteria that we laid out, and based on that criteria.
On the
what
first
we would
impression.
give.
And a lot of, like I was explaining to Mylez earlier, like when we saw camera, was like mine is like usually these reviews are gonna be based on my first impression of the project that I got. That might change as the more you listen to something. Sometimes it grows on you. You start seeing stuff that you didn't see before, and you start appreciating it. So these reviews are subject to change, and they're really only based on giving you a reason to go listen to some new music,
Right.
To save you from doing the leg work or going to have to research and see what's out today.
You know, you
Because
want
Lord forbid you go to the radio.
Right.
We don't want you going to the radio
you want
for your
some,
source.
You want some good lyrics. You
of
fan
good
of that
lyrics.
boom bap. You go listen to some Black Note. He's got a new project, that Fever again. It's a good album.
So good. So now look. I don't know how much time we got left in this
We
segment.
about to wrap this one up.
We still got to get to the fourth cross here, which is concepts. though.
Concepts for me, he didn't get no crosshairs. Overall, I didn't understand the concept of Fever. I thought it was a good album. I enjoyed it, all that. But as far, it had its individual concepts on songs for me. But overall, as a whole project, everything encompassing, I don't get the concept behind Fever.
Yeah, I kind of
Maybe
felt.
it's just hot.
I really kind of felt the same way, man. As much as I was vibing on the album, track to track or whatever, starting off with the title, like you said, Fever. I mean, it's just like if you're gonna say something like Fever, that's kind of okay. What? So it's a collection of hot songs.
Right.
I can't give you a concept crosshair for something that basic, and that's not that's just what it is. You know what I mean? So yeah, with that in mind, I mean, now concept-wise, accredited song, there were songs on there that had some real good concepts, and they was conceptual in themselves. So, so just so we get this concept category, in check, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like now, there were songs that had, like Faux Friend.
Yeah.
Dope concepts, you know what I'm saying? True Lies had dope concepts and stuff involved.
Could it be?
You know what I mean? But when we're talking about an overall crosshair right in the target, I just couldn't go there.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah. So overall, at the end of the day, the Black Milk Fever album got a total of 2.5.
Yeah, it ran a 2 for me. So. And it's not a bad thing, again, it's just what it is.
You was the same?
Yeah, I got a 2.
Word.
I ain't go to 2.5, you got a straight solid 2.
Right. So, what we moving on today? What we moving on to next?
Black Rock?
Onyx.
Black Rock?
Oh, them boys are back.
Onyx!
Oh, man.
They die, kick it off?
Yeah. So, like, man, off top, like,
show that little doodle real quick.
oh yeah,
Show the doodle.
so one day we probably gonna have to show that process as well. Like we did show y'all the process of how we come about with these critiques and these reviews. So with that in mind, during that process, we're gonna have to get a camera crew to check us out while we're doing the process. Because while I'm listening, this is what I'm sitting here doodling, and yeah, Black Rock. You see it. Check out that album cover, and you'll see where that came from. That didn't come from my mind. That came from the mind of Black Rock. Hey, and they really like embraced the whole concept off top. Like I really enjoyed this. CD a lot.
Thoroughly enjoyed this CD.
I have to say, out of the first quarter, Onyx was my MVP. If I can give a sneak vote.
It might be one more, but most definitely Onyx. After I gave it its rating, Black Rock has got to be the MVP for the quarter for me.
It's a sleeper too, really, because you think about it. It's like we're through. We're pretty much through with the first quarter already. Mm-hmm. So, and let's just be honest, it's not a household name album.
Nobody was looking for Onyx.
We had to go find this.
Real.
We had to find this.
That one, I was like, Onyx. I was never no Onyx listener, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna check this out. You know what I'm saying? I like Slam. You know, I'm an '80s baby. You know, so I like Slam. I like Slam.
No, they had an array of hits. Now, being a DJ, I know the effects that their music had on people. I'm talking about masses of people.
Right.
You know, going nuts over their music. So, you know, I was excited just to see at their status in life now how they was going to come with a new project. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, how was they going to approach this?
Last project that they released that anybody listened to.
A credit to what we're doing.
Right.
And I just want to do this right quick before we get into this review. And now, this is what this is all about, because we had to go out and find this. And you know, in your search for good music, that's what this review process is all about, is introducing you all to music that you might not have knew was out there, so you can have new options to go out and listen to, instead of just listening to the radio trying to figure out what's hot.
Right.
So anyway, with that in mind, we went out and found a jewel, like an Onyx, a Black Rock, doing Black Rock. Let's go, let's kick it off.
So what'd you give it? Crosshairs, how many crosshairs? What did it
off
get?
top. You want to know off top?
Yeah.
Bah, 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 bah. 4 shots dead center for me. I don't care how you call it. They hit every mark on this CD for me.
4.
Okay.
No, you know what? That's
okay,
cool.
wait a minute.
I'm okay with 4 because it's funny.
One of them was a little bit shaky though. I ain't gonna say.
Shaky?
I don't want to give him a half though. I just want to give it to him because it fit. But I will talk about that as we go on.
I gave him 4 crosshairs. 4 crosshairs.
My dog. Hey.
They hit them all for me. They hit every single point for me. Starting with lyrics. Lyrics, I think every song lyrically, they came on there and did what they needed to do. I don't know how they put together the music, the songs, but however they developed their concept, the title, the music, the lyrics are on point. They're talking about stuff. They got a topic. They stay on topic. They got a vision they want to put forward lyrically. They put that forward. The lyrics, it may not be the most technical, you know, and again, that's never what we're looking for. Lyrically, it does its job. Lyrically,
solid.
It's solid. It's solid as a rock. Motherfucker.
Yeah.
They get their crosshair for that for me. Easy.
And I agree. On that bullet right there, I totally agree. Every track, the lyrics fit. Like they did what they came to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like on some real shit. I couldn't be more excited about it because they would be considered at a status in their rap career where they could be considered outdated. Mm-hmm. Now being an OG, you know, I'll be a little sensitive about that because I hate the fact that hip hop found a way, and I ain't saying all of hip hop, but there's a big portion of hip hop that's put themselves in an age box. And I think that's the worst thing in the world that could happen. I think it's a hypocrisy to hip hop. Yeah. When hip hop is a message of our people and it's a messaging, it's all about messaging. Who better to give a better message than an older, more wise person? OG. With that in mind, not to say that their lyrics were so profound, like you said. It wasn't so complex or whatever, but they did what they came to do. They came and they put down some Black Rock. Now, Onyx, Black Rock, conceptually, they already came across the board. And I ain't even in the conception category. I'm just talking about their lyrics.
Lyrics, they did their job.
They was consistent on concept of what they had a focus. they was gonna make some black rock. Like, hey, look, and some, now I don't know, some say it is exactly that. Like, look, some people want to come out their lane and jump into the hip hop lane and try to capitalize off some hip hop vibe. Now, how about some hip hop cats jump out the lane and jump in another lane and do what they do.
And they did a very good job with that. And that kind of moves us on to beats. I think beats, they did exactly what Black Rock, it's rock beats.
It's rock beats.
It's from the get-go. From Black Rock, Black Rock, Black Rock, Black Rock.
Ooh, off top.
No, I mean the guitar riffs, I mean it's to me, it's rock and roll. You know, there are many different variations of rock and roll, of course.
Yeah.
But beat-wise, everything through this entire album, they picked rock beats. There's no hip-hop feel, there's no boom bap, there's no trap beats. They picked rock beats. They are almost the perfect mixture of rock and roll and hip-hop.
Now, we already know you gave him a bullet. You gave him a crosshair for that.
For lyrics, I gave him a crosshair for beats.
And beats too.
Beats gets that crosshair for me.
So now I agree. This was the iffy category for me. Now, I agree they was rock beats and they were appropriate beats. Where it lacked on, for me personally, was some of the production on them. Some of them I wanted to, like, rock and roll has a power to it. You know, like there is some on the floor sound, some organic sounding rock and roll as well.
Right.
But and it fits sometimes. But I wanted to
it
hear
does.
more power. Now I ain't saying grunge like, but I want, when I hear a distorted guitar, I want to feel that mug like I feel it in top shelf rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted a production that was equal to the top rock and roll albums that was out there. I would have loved for them to have that in there, and then that would have took it and gave it a full crosshair. So it just got a half for me, but I'm gonna give it a full one. But that's the one that was kind of
okay. That's
not
the
a
one that
half.
was
Let me
way
correct
before.
myself. So yeah, with that in mind, hey, let's listen to one of them hot tracks.
You know
right
what?
quick.
We're gonna give them one of them. Then we're gonna come back and finish breaking this joint down. You got it? Music's Futures, Quarterly Review, Black Rock, Onyx. Listen to this one right now.
Black Rock. Black Rock. 3, 2. KRS-One, he explained Black Hop. We mixed it with guitars and we made it Black Rock. You slam in the club and you can still get shot. I'm on my Diddy Pop, lemonade, it's a rock. I jump off the stage with my chain and my watch. Get back on stage with my chain and my watch. With New York at, then we miss Big Pop. Got West Coast love, wish I could bring back Pop. I'm in the black drop. Your haters gotta love to keep a Glock in my rockin' republic. Make me pop it in public. Broad day and people watchin' do nothing. They stop and start running. I'm gunning in the cock and dump it. Now niggas wanna change the topic of subject. Hip hop ain't dead yet. It just got shot in the stomach. They throw their gats like us. When I act like us, but nobody on the corner got ratchets like us. Black rock, black rock, black rock, black rock, black rock, black rock.
Jumping back into this mixture.
Yeah.
Onyx, Black Rock,
Man.
music. That's the crosshairs we aiming for right now. When I listened to the album, I heard the lyrics, I loved them. I heard the beats, I loved them. Putting them together, excellent job. Every song, title-wise. Again, they came with a concept, with a topic. They did their job. The beats match with the song. Even if you don't like the song, when you hear, I mean, they mesh well together.
Absolutely. And that's how you get a musical crosshair. And in our breakdown, that's how you get it, by marrying them beats and them rhymes.
Majority of the album, I think, is good. If I listen to it all the way through, I think personally there are more songs that I like than I dislike. You know, some of my favorites, while I love Black Rock,
come on, that's what I want to
some of my favorites involve Optimus. Don't know who the cat is, haven't had a chance to really look into him.
Right.
I don't know if it's a band, you know. But when you see the features and you see Optimus,
those tracks, those stand out.
Yes,
those songs.
They got a certain feel.
They do.
And the feel is great. The song is, all the songs themselves are great. Did you have any favorites?
Man, of course, man. Love is a gun. Chasing the Devil Away, boy, was fire to me. It was quite a few, to be real. This album right here, if you're really looking for something different in hip hop, it really provides it, man. I swear. And from track to track, they gave you exactly what you came for. If you just wanted some black rock, you want to know what black rock sounds like in a hip hop form, and that's the part I want to add. As far as the lyrics and the beats being married up for me, and me giving them that third musical crosshair, it was because they did all that, and it's not black rock like it was the Bus Boys. Now you might be a little bit young,
I don't know about those Bus Boys,
but
I don't know what that is.
My old school heads know about the Bus Boys, one of the first real, I don't know about the first, but black rock and roll bands. It was like in the 80s.
Okay.
Spend all day shining. Now that's black rock.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
Now, this was done in a hip hop form. You feel me?
So
they brought the hip hop essence and black rocked it out. You know what I mean? I gotta give them. I want to shoot that third musical target up about
boom
15 times, like pow pow. You know, for real.
32 round in there and just let it have it.
Yeah,
Most definitely got it for me.
Yeah. Blinded by the Light.
That was one of your favorites. Oh yeah.
Boy, I'm telling you, I'll be banging this probably throughout the summer. So if you see me riding down the street and I don't wave at you, that's probably
because I'm rocking out. You might catch one of them.
I'm consuming. I'm all the way out there on this. Yeah, man.
In concept, moving on to finish it off.
Top it off. I mean, with all that being said, it was so much substance. You know, and not like, again, I can't emphasize enough. It's not on a complex level of substance. They gave you the substance that it was supposed to have for what they was trying to do. They absolutely pulled every concept away from black rock to poster bar. Dude, let me give y'all a look. See, look. Focus in on that. So listen, I'm saying, yeah, I drew that while I was listening to the album, and I was just vibing so hard. But that's the album cover. I was actually looking at the album cover, and it's pretty wild. But anyway, yeah, absolutely. I got everything that I needed out of that when I went to go listen to it. But I was surprised. I won't lie. A pleasant surprise. But I was waiting. I had no expectation, which was a good thing. I try to learn and not to listen and watch things nowadays without no expectation, so I can just absorb it, because that's the way we let ourselves down sometimes. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or geek ourselves up.
Most
Sometimes
definitely.
we want something to be so good that we just be like, oh yeah.
I went in with zero expectations because I didn't know what to expect from this.
Prime too. But
we're not going there.
Next episode.
That's in March. We definitely discussing Pride too, but we gotta go in there.
Woo! Man.
But conceptually, yes. It for me, it got it all the way around, from the title of it, Black Rock, the cover of it with the Black Rock on there, rocking out. The songs conceptually on the album, all of them are great, all the way down to the last one that plays out with a skit. I love it. It did its job. 4 crosshairs, 4 shots. It got lit up. That was probably the MVP of the quarter for us. For me specifically, for sure.
You thinking about giving it to MVP?
Yeah. I mean, after the rating, that, you know, all the ones we gonna talk about, that got the only 4. There's another one up there with it. We gotta wait to see what that is, but there's definitely another one up there with it.
So, upon wrapping this up, I know we're gonna wrap this one up and move on to the next.
The concept was original. That's key. It was original.
But before we do that, we kind of agreeing a lot over here, bro. That's a good thing,
we got a good pair, I feel. We
I just want to. I'm just pointing that out because I don't want y'all to get it twisted. Like it's always gonna be like that now.
No, there will be some that we will be disagreeing on.
Believe it.
That fifth for do it. That fifth.
Woo. When you get the Raw Dog Brothers together, all of us Raw Dog Brothers, and I can't wait till we get an episode where we're all in here in the
Shout out KT and Rock City.
Everybody, the whole crew.
Man.
Yeah, so next on deck, what we looking at?
You want to do Mark Battles? Vasi World?
I'm new to Mark Battles, but
I mean,
I like
too.
it. I'm ready to do that one.
I mean, Vasi World, I gave
it
a good 2.5. I was leaning towards a 3. If anything got a slash for me, that was the first one that did it. That 2.5, 3. I kind of wanted to roll with it, but kind of not. Like, it is iffy. Yeah. I'm leaning towards a 3. That 3 is a little strong on this one, though. Fuck it. What'd you get?
I gave it a solid 2.
Solid 2?
Solid
okay.
2.
Ooh.
Solid 2.
So you talk about a disagree. It's not a disagree because again, we got to see what the reasoning is. But we talking about a 2 and a 3.
But yours was a 3. You said if something was shaky on that 4th, or was something was shaky on the 3rd?
It was shaky in the middle. It was 2.5, 3. But I think when I'm thinking about it and I'm looking, I think it's a solid 3. I think it's a solid 3. Starting with the lyrics. The boy Mark Battles is nice.
He's nice.
He's not. You can't tell me the boy ain't spitting. He's on there. He's giving it.
I gave him a lyric.
He definitely got a crosshair for that.
Yeah. I like this. He has some snappy punchlines.
Yeah.
And like he was his metaphors and stuff. He was on point. It was catchy. I'm not gonna say like Lil Wayne, but when you think of how catchy Lil Wayne stuff will be,
right?
Kind of puts you in that.
It definitely puts you in that frame of mind. He had a lot of concepts. He's a new cat, so he definitely had his had to come grab the other one because I got a lot of phones I'm working with over here. I keep a lot of information on them. I should have had them while I'm sitting down, but that's part of the feel you get. We leaving stuff. I gotta go get stuff.
Right over here.
Vasi World.
Future over here. So look.
I'm sorry, it might have been on this one. Vasi World. Hold on, because I do want to. One of the things on the lyrics. Like I say, he has a lot of hip hoppy type stuff, but he also does the stuff like Gretzky.
I like the one with J. Cole. No, not with J. Cole, but it sounded. I thought of J. Cole-ish when you said like a hip hop vibe. Here we go again.
Okay, right.
It kind of got that J. Cole feel,
that's got futuristic. Is that Jaron? Does that say Jaron Benton?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't name that.
Yeah. Oh, he killed it.
Yeah, Jaron Benton sure is. Futuristic and Jaron Benton. That was nice.
Killed it. Dog.
He's got a nice little feel over a lot of his stuff with his lyrics. I think he does a great job with that.
Yeah. So he definitely got one. And for the most part, on the beats category. We're gonna move on to the beats category. We solid on lyrics. You got anything else you want to point out about his lyrics?
We solid old lyrics. We'll do beats. Let's go. Play him a little bit of Mark Battles joint real quick.
All right, cause just like me, I ain't gonna lie, I'm just now getting up on Mark Battles.
Brand new
in Vasi World, and that was the first thing hit me like what the hell is a Vasi World, man? So but I dug it. So yeah, we're gonna see what y'all like. We're gonna play one right now.
We're gonna play a little off that Vasi World fight. You see what the feel is.
Young Mark Battles.
I like him.
Yeah.
Right here on Music's Future.
Let's go.
This the way that it should be. It was always in the plan. I was a broke young boy. Now, bitch, I'm the man. I've been around the world. What you doing, baby girl? Just take me by the hand. Already got this far without a Drake feature or fucking advance. Dirty chucks when I land. She a freak, give it up in the van. Them niggas traded on me, I had to make up for a couple Durants. Split up, then double my chance. Louis Belt just to buckle the pants. Goddamn, they in trouble again, like here we go again. I didn't pay my dues, no rules, I don't play with fools. Beat every beat till I make it bruise. Kill everything till I make the news. Fuck all them niggas, I don't pick and choose. Everybody weak, bro, I'm getting confused. And your boy stay high, think I'm living in June. Stick and move when she get in the mood. You had your chance, but you panicked. Why? They like to call it luck, but we planned it. Right? It's a couple things in my life that I might have took for granted. I know you mad, goddamn it. I see you mad, goddamn it. It's the way that it should be. It was always in the plan.
Welcome back. I'm sorry, let me stop.
That's that Mark Battles turn up.
Yeah.
Vasi World.
Hey.
Hey.
I like it, man. I like it.
Hey. It's
Beats,
all right, though.
as you heard, I mean, that one particularly, or not particularly, but all the beats on here for me, I enjoyed. I thought the production was well done. It wasn't a lot of the same beat.
No.
It gave you a lot of different sounds on this album.
It was smooth.
Yeah,
It's like
real
smooth, like
real smooth.
funky jazzy type beats on there, and just like some real laid back. Like I've been finding some of these albums I'm finding a new subcategory for myself. It's like hip hop, the easy listening of hip hop. Easy listening music.
Easy listening hip hop.
Yeah,
it's not all rough and rugged.
Yeah, it's just something like you just kind of like vibing off of it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know that. We just be vibing off of it. Probably blowing some real good herbs and drinking something real nice. Just vibing. So it was good vibe music. Again, I agree with you. That was another crosshair that he got. He got two solid ones for me. And them was off top lyrics and beats. And throughout, it was pretty consistent. I like the beats on it or whatever. Throughout the whole CD.
And this is where I get my half, but I want to throw him the full joint right here on music. On that music crosshair. I give him a half, but I really want to throw that full crosshair on him.
What was your total ranking?
The 2.5/3. The strong 3. It was leaning towards that 3.
Okay.
A solid 3. And I
So
really
we didn't disagree.
No. I really feel like I want to give him the full joint on the music because you know what? I'm gonna give him the solid 3 on there, on the music, simply because I think there's a majority. Again, when I listen to it, the majority of the album, there are songs that are better. There's more songs that I like than there are songs that I dislike, and that's always a heavy comparison for me. When I'm looking at the album, not just a half, but I want to see a strong. You got 10 on there. I want to hear 8 songs that I like more than there are that I dislike, because there can only be 2 I dislike.
Right.
So that will get you for me, and then that means those songs I can put this Mark. I've put this Mark Battles on and just rolled to it, bro, and it rides good for me. So I really gotta give it that solid 3.
That's what I'm saying. It got a good vibe.
I really gotta give it that solid 1 for this and make it a solid 3.
This the problem. This I agree with that, but not consistent enough to give him a crosshair for me. And this is why. In the music category, if I'm trying to marry the beats and the lyrics, I feel like really good lyrics, really good beats. But when I put them together, they go together and they create some good songs. And I can understand how you came up with the fact that, okay, I got to give them this credit because there was so many songs on there that was good that you like. But this is the thing. I couldn't actually give credit to the beats and the rhymes being together. Like, I feel like those beats were so good or whatever. They was good. They vibed so good that any lyrics could have went on there. Any good lyrics could have went on there. It wasn't unique enough and vice versa even. They just like, either one of them could have been good on their own. They didn't necessarily go together, but I'm gonna give the song credits to the lyrics, not the marrying the beats, even though they were put on good beats. I almost feel like whatever. But
whatever.
On that marriage, I don't know if that's a solid marriage or not. I think they might break up in about 6 months. I don't know if it's a solid marriage or not. They got trouble in Loversville.
I mean, there are a few, you know, like I said, I brought up that Gretzky earlier. There are some beats I'll be like, what is that? And then the lyrics I'll be like, what is that?
Ain't the one called The Moon?
Yeah.
Man, that mug is bang.
Oh no, yeah.
I
like that one. That's one I think I got on one of these phones I use as my you know, the iPod, the MP3 player joint.
But the ones that gave
that's one of my favorites.
Now with that in mind, that's why I was iffy on it though. That's why, you know, get you talking about I'm tripping. Because that was I was iffy on it. I kind of wanted to give it to him because based on, like, there was a few songs on there that were good like that. But I don't know that the music production, as far as like I'm talking about, like arrangement of the music, wasn't specific to the lyrics. Like it just didn't. You know what I mean? That's the production part of it.
I can understand that.
Where I got lost. I want to hear more, and it became relevant in another review we're gonna do in this quarter, which is Elzhi. But we'll get down the weight on that. But it was relevant for me though. You know, so I didn't give him the. So he didn't get the music crosshair, unfortunately, for me. It just wasn't consistent enough. I needed more songs like Lord Knows.
Okay.
You know, I needed more joints like that or something, you know?
Mm-hmm. So finishing it off with concepts then, me personally, I didn't give him 1 for the crosshairs. That's why he got the solid 3 for concept. Vasi World, it really sounds, I mean, and it's not a diss, but it's a real basic concept, you know. I think, I'm assuming the Vasi is his crew, and he giving us a view into their world, to the Vasi world. That's real basic. It's got a basic concept. It's cool, you know. The album cover kind of accents that. The pictures are giving you a view into Vasi world. I get that.
Yeah.
And there are individual concepts to the music.
You made it to the. I
mean, if I gave him a halfie for the music and a halfie for concept, then they would still end up with a 3,
right.
2, 5, 3. I didn't give him 1 for concept. You know?
I give him 0 for concept at all because I mean it's too basic. I can't do that.
I feel like I'm stretching for that.
Yeah,
you know?
It's a real stretch, and we're not gonna do that. I'm not. Yeah, because I need a little more. If you, hey, that's safe. That was safe. Vasi World. This is the stuff in my world. That's like Black Milk with the Fever. Okay, it's a collection of hot songs. I get it, but that's just basic, and you're not gonna get a bullseye. No way. Maybe you meant, like I was about to say, you made it to the shooting range. You just didn't get on the target with that one. You know what I mean? Like some dudes get on the target, but it'd be a little bit off center. So that's where that half come in for me.
Mm-hmm.
If we keep them with the analogy, you
right.
feel me?
No, I fully understand that.
But when you hit that bullseye, he hit the bullseye on 2 of them solid for me. And if there was one that was on the target, but just didn't actually get there with that music category.
And that's what it is.
And that's what it is. Mark Battles is a good listen, though. At the end of the day,
go listen.
Listen for your damn self.
I don't know who do his music. I don't know if it's No ID. I swear I heard some mention of No ID somewhere on his album, on one of the songs. I don't know if he did 1 song, but apparently this kid, you know, he's getting his little shine on. So if you want to hear some good music, it's definitely worth a listen. And again, we feel anything we talking about is worth at least a listen. You know, it's up to you to decide what you like. We going to find the stuff and we bringing it to you.
And hopefully the review gives you reason to do one or the other. Hopefully you'll listen to the review and say, oh, okay. Now it'll help your filtering process as you're looking for music. Cause it's a struggle out here looking for some good music,
Real
man.
struggle.
If you gotta rely on the radio, oh man, somebody help you. For real,
I can't, I can do some things, but I can't do a lot of things.
Yeah, so I feel like, we both feel like people are vulnerable in this situation, and that they might not be privy to the underground plugs and channels that we know how to go out and find music. Between a DJ and a true music connoisseur, we trying to bring it to you in music's future. So on
the next one we gonna roll into is it's a duo, Audio Push.
Audio
Cloud
Push.
909.
West Side.
It's I
Shouts
told
out
you
to all my West Side cats.
I'm on my Cali thing. Or Cali was on they thing. Shit.
Yeah.
Cali had a lot of releases this
They
this
did.
first quarter.
Hey, look.
A
On
lot.
that tip, you right. I looked at that. I noticed that when we was going over it last time early in the week, that Cali had a major push this quarter.
Cali, a lot of them, bro.
A real major push.
King
for
Crooked,
real.
G Perico, Audio Push. I'm looking down. Nipsey, who we gonna touch on, Daz.
Right. Oh, I gotta get to that Daz.
Snoop. The West Coast came out with it, so we getting ready to shoot you some of this Audio Push. Matter of fact, we gonna play you some of this Audio Push right before we get into it.
Why not?
I'm gonna tell you right now. I gave him a 3. How many crosshairs they shoot? They come up in? Yeah.
I gave him a 3 too, but I wanna look. Hey, it's just going
on.
down.
Here copying off my paper. We
No,
playing
no way.
cheats.
Hey,
What's
look,
behind
on
my
that
cheat
note
sheet
though,
like that?
look, that's the point. I'm glad you
going.
said that, because this is the one before we go to this Audio Push track and let y'all check that out. Understand that we do not do that.
We don't.
We don't talk about these reviews to each other. We stopped doing that.
We purposely don't want to do that because we want to get all real reaction, how we feel about what each other's saying and all that shit.
So it's just a real strange coincidence we agreeing today, for real.
But we gonna see why. Again, the reason is always the key here. And we'll be right back. Y'all just wait.
It's music's future.
Right on, bitch.
Do what I want, bet I'm a ball, bet I'm a stunt. Never complain, never gon' fake, never gon' punt. Kicked on my plate, slept on the floor, but I still made it. Yeah, switch up the play, switch up the flow, bitch, I'm the greatest. I'm with the freeze, keeping the peace, fucking the bro. Yeah, but fuck the police, the mark of the beast is on them for sure. Ooh, manifestation, practice it daily, got it from Fresco. My enemies hate me, hoes wanna rate me, Vamonos, let's go. I heard you was looking for me. Real or fake, go both ways. Stack that cake, no bad days, no bad days. She get face, they give praise, no bad days. Real or fake, go both ways. Stack that cake, no bad days.
Back at it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Audio Push.
Yeah, you hear it.
Cloud 909. Again, I gonna jump straight into it. Lyrics, they got that crosshair for me. They I like them boys. They lyrically I like them. They are they're not super technical, but most of their stuff, they have a concept behind it. A lot of this album, song individually, they have concepts behind their songs, and the lyrics do their job for me. They always have a topic. There might be times where they just spitting and having fun. They sound like a bunch of fun kids out in Cali. And whatever their point is on their music, they do it. The only downside of it,
Kind of like Good Kids in the Bad City or something.
yeah, Good Kids in the Bad City. Yeah, you know, they sound a lot like they sound like Kendrick. One of them really sounds like Kendrick to
and that's
me.
what, now you said you gave them a crosshair.
But lyrically, yeah, they got a crosshair. That didn't take away from me. I don't know if it's intentional or not. I've never heard
overall
it.
though? Before we get fully all the way into it, what's your overall?
I gave him a 3.
You gave him a total
I gave him
overall
a
3.
full 3.
I gave him a 3 as well, but it's based on a solid 2 and 2 halves. So with that being said, yeah, I do. I kind of like the lyrics. I kind of like them, but
easy listening.
Yeah,
I
can show you my notes that we don't compare, and I actually have that wrote down.
Oh, I was just thinking I was going off of that because of the Mark Battles comment.
I mean, it's real.
Like,
there's
okay,
hip hop. There's hip hop easy listening, and we in that vibe right now, and it's not a bad thing. Like I mean, I'm good with that. So with that in mind though, the lyrics, I gave them a half because they was catchy. It was catchy at times, but it was just so familiar with Kendrick. and then you're on the West Coast, it's like almost it's falling into the cheat code again. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I got this cheat code thing, but we ain't gonna go into that right now.
It's not the patterns. It's not the patterns. It's the voice. I mean,
exactly.
you can disagree with us. I personally, if you disagree with us, oh well. But personally, they gotta. Somebody over there got it.
It's tone and cadence as well.
But you know, Kendrick is real particular with his patterns. And while you can get the cadence down, how he words it is a little bit differently. And for me, I'm not saying they copy that. I'm not even saying they copying his voice. I'm just saying I hear a little K-Dot in his voice. I don't know what it is.
Influence is one thing.
It could be,
but this is, when it comes to, and this is where I had to realize, I'm kind of fairly new to audio push for the most part, I admit, but but when we do this process, it's research that's involved, you know what I mean? and I'm listening to it, and the reason why I knocked that lyrical part down half, I did enjoy the lyrics, but feeling that heavy influence like that, and the fact that this is their third project, this is not their first go run. So if you was heavily influenced by, I could see that West Coast man. Come on, how is he not influential? I don't knock a person for being influenced, but being your third project, you should have owned your own by now. You should be who you are as an artist in your third project, not trending, not sounding like what's trending. You know what I mean? Like, I would have to go back and really listen to their lyrics in depth of their older projects to see if they was sounding like a certain particular person of that time period that was hot.
Right.
You know what I mean? But right now, to me, that's why that lyric section got a half.
I can definitely see that. I definitely see that and agree with that. Moving on to not battles. I'm sorry, the beats.
Beats. You cutting it up like the DJ. Let me
I've been smoking. Shit.
We gonna smoke it, and we gonna smoke again. It's music's future.
The beats, I gave them a solid. They got the crosshairs for me on beats. Again, I thought the beat selection is real important for me.
Yeah.
You listen to a lot of these rappers, and I'm sorry they got shitty beat selection. Call it what you want.
They do.
Some of my favorites got shitty beat selection. Call it what it is.
Yeah.
But these boys do a good job of picking good quality beats and beats for that vibe they going for. I thought there was a lot of good beats on there.
It was.
So they got the solid joint for me.
It was consistent. They got the crosshair for me, a solid one on beats, because it was consistent throughout the project. And a lot of that easy listening is just that. It's easy to listen to, so it's easy to ride to. I personally like riding music, so like, or just when I'm just vibing, on any level or whatever, just something that can just play in the background. That's always a good look. So again, that was my reason for giving it the solid crosshair on the beats, because that's what I personally look for. So it's real important.
And they did do a good mixture of, for me, they did a good mixture of marrying the lyrics.
That's kind of why, even though I gave it a half on the lyrics, I gave it a full one on the music, because the beats And the lyrics went together so good that I like the production of it all. It all went together good, and it made for some real easy listening. I was real big on that. It had a real smooth vibe consistently through the whole project.
These boys are nice at making good music. They make a lot of good music. They when they set out to make these songs, they chose. I feel like they chose the beats specifically, and they worked on creating instead of just spitting a hot 16. They worked on crafting a song.
Right.
Worked on
Most
crafting that,
definitely.
and I think that's real important, and that's why they got that shot for me. They got put in the crosshair.
For music.
Yes, for music.
Yeah.
They got the full crosshair for me on that because they put in that effort. I can see the effort.
Yeah.
And for that alone, they got the crosshairs for me. And dealing with the concept of the songs themselves, individually they were there. For the whole thing, they were there. But looking at the overall concept of the project for that last crosshair, I did not give them that because while I get it again, similar to one of the other projects, the concept was basic, again, almost identical. This is Cloud 909, we in the clouds. 909 is the area code. We giving you a look into IE, which I believe is the area they live in.
Basic. It's all basic.
You know, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, again, not a knock on it, but it's just it's got a basic concept. But that's not enough for me to give it that, put it in the crosshairs. It didn't. The album cover, them sitting on the roof. It's a basic album cover. Nothing knocking this.
Right.
You know, this is us. This is pretty much that's the project. This is us. This is what we go through. Cool.
Yeah, I like the way
They just didn't get
now they had some conceptual songs.
Yeah,
Again,
I totally agree on the concept thing as far as not getting the crosshair. I wanted to give it a little a half or so or whatever based on the fact that some of the songs and whatnot did have concepts and stuff in their lyrics and stuff. It wasn't like the whole project didn't like it, but overall, like we said, 909 is just a basic title. There's not a whole lot of concept that goes into that. So, yeah, with that being said, a lot of that, even though I looked at the titles, because I try to look at things all like a piece of art for real from the outside looking in. And I say, I look at them, it started to look again like a cheat code.
Right.
To the West Coast All-Star Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? Also real. I mean, because it's a one word, there's a lot of one word titles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but I break things down like a Crayola box, not like a standard red, black, green, white. Yeah, I mean, so it's like on surreal though. And I noticed there's a lot of, not all of them, like Kendrick's was damn. You know, and every title was one word title in the whole project. Yada, yada, yada. So now here we go, 909. And then like maybe 80-90% of the songs are one word titles or they're real small and basic. I'm just saying, little things like that, I might be nitpicking, but I'm saying, when it comes conceptually, I need originality to be put in there and be based on something. So, yeah, so we're going to wrap that one up. And at the end of the day, they did end up with a 3. Two solid, and then 2 halves put together, got them a 3 from me.
Okay.
Now, we moving on.
Yeah, we can definitely move on over here.
Can we bring it back home?
Bring it back home. Elzhi, Khrysis. Oh, let me call it right. It's Khrysis and Elzhi.
Let's go.
It's not just Elzhi.
Right.
Khrysis and Elzhi.
Yeah, right.
Jericho Jackson.
That's big too. That's by the way. That's big. That's big. Team up. We'll get to that. Now. But as a project though, what did you give it though? Let's just off top. What was your ranking? How many crosshairs?
I gave it a 2.
Oh, a 2.
I gave it a 2.
Okay.
I gave it a 2.
I'm
Again, that's not bad.
not
but
mad.
I gave it a 2.
Not mad. I had to squeeze out a 3. I had to squeeze out a 3 though. But so I'm not really mad at you at all for the 2. I could kind of get it, but it kind of went up when I got to that concept. It went up a little bit. That 3 got a little more solid for me. So I'm solid on the 3 right now, even though it's built on kind of 2 halves.
Okay.
Kind of made up that 3rd one. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like it kind of bits and fragments and shit led to that. So off top, lyrics. Do we really need to go into Elzhi
Let's be
and
fair.
lyrics, guy?
I wish a
Like,
motherfucker
for
would
real?
say
Do we
Elzhi
need
ain't
to?
don't get a crosshair, a star, whatever the fuck you want to give him. I dare somebody tell me Elzhi.
Please,
Elzhi
somebody
was
drop a
your
comment.
favorites.
Please drop a comment telling me he lost on some lyrics, for real.
Elzhi will always have L's. Elzhi is one of the best, in my opinion, hands down, in the entire industry.
Right.
Not just
Across the
Detroit
board.
scene, but
Real
we
talk.
talking across the board. I know a lot of niggas fuck with Royce, and Royce is heavy. I give you Royce, but Elzhi has been
It's
a
a different
burner.
lane, though.
Elzhi been burning for years.
For me, it's kind of a different lane.
I mean, it
No.
might be, but they both
I wouldn't
technical
compare them
aspect
like that.
rappers. I compare any rapper. I don't
I
care.
feel
I
you.
compare.
Some do that,
If
though.
you an MC, I'm comparing you. But nah, the lyrics, he definitely gets it. So that's a non-issue for me.
I mean, hands down for me too. Like I mean, you know, like certain artists. Like I say this. Certain artists with me, when it hits the floor and we start breaking this down, and I go to my notes, I off top give certain artists a crosshair, and they have to unearn that. They have to unearn that shit,
You gonna have
bro.
L's. I already know that's coming. You get
Elzhi,
that.
soon as we put it on, he came out the door overthinking. Overthinking. Okay, so look, with that being said, I was like, crosshair, bland, we already know. It dawned on me right off top, like, okay, I know lyrically he about to smash this. So we can just quickly go on over to the beats, you know, and start talking about these beats. Or
He got
whatever.
his half for me right there.
That's where you gotta have.
He got a half right there.
Okay.
Um,
Now why?
just listening to it, beat wise, it's boom bap. So if you're a boom bap fan, I mean, go listen to it. You might enjoy it.
That's probably why you listen to Elzhi anyway, though.
Well, I listen to him because of the lyrics. I mean, you got to expect that a lot of his stuff gonna be
But
boom
because
bap.
you got some love for boom bap.
Oh yeah, no, I do. I love a lot of it. But this one, the beats just wasn't. None of them grabbed me. Seemed a little lackluster. Hate to use this word when we talk about music, but beats seem boring. I mean, it just. I would listen to this. No, I mean, and it's not a bad thing because my schedule fluctuates. I would listen to this late at night, leaving work 4 or 5 in the morning, cruising to the crib. I would listen to this 4 or 5 in the morning, working the morning shift, on my way to work at the crack of dawn.
Yeah.
In the middle of my day, moving for that big ass chunk of the day. I'm sorry, I'm not listening to this. It's just real slow, laid back. It's for certain moments.
Yeah.
You know, every music is like, I'm not listening to crunk music after my shift and I'm done busting my ass.
Right.
I'm not listening. I'm looking for this Elzhi. I'm looking for Black Milk. I'm looking for that laid
got
back
that, though.
Snoop. I'm looking.
But I kind of got that though. As
No, I
far
get
as the
that.
beat selection for me on that strap, I gave him a crosshair on the beats because I'm just looking at the beats themselves, and the
It was
beat
just alright to
selection
me.
was all right, but it was hip hop though. They
Oh, yeah.
hip hop tracks that you almost can't deny,
Mm-hmm.
so to speak. You know what I mean? They encompass the essence of what he's trying to do. Now, with the lyrics in play, they fit it. You know, he's only gonna grab some stuff that he could really he could pop on now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I think it's his lyrics that kind of make certain beats stand out a little more because his lyrics are so great. He can make any beat sound dope.
He makes the beats a lot of the times. I mean, you know, excuse me. And that's where and for me, that's kind of where we go.
I could quickly jump into the music category right there. Like you said, you gave me my half on that one, on the beats. And I gave him a whole one. But on music, this is where I gave him a half on music because it just didn't marry up. There was some hip hop beats, dope ass lyrics, but I don't know that it's like them beats could have been any. I mean, I want to hear Elzhi. Like I mentioned it earlier when we were talking about Black Milk. Was it Black Milk?
I think so.
Yeah, Black Milk or something. I want to hear more unique production for him. Mm-hmm. I want to hear an Elzhi song where the production of the music and everything was built for his song. This sound like the beat sound like it came from like a Beat Break album or something. You know what I mean? No knock on that, but I'm saying like I need drops, I need build-ups, I want music, I want songs like the one with what's her girl's name? Amber. I don't know how to say her name. Her last name Navran. Amber Navran. Listen, like that's a song. And it stuck to me because it's a song. You know what I mean? And it had a hook in it and whatever. And there was enough of those. There was a few of those tracks on there, but I really could have used more marriage of those songs like that. So that music category, I could only kind of give him a half on that, you know? Right.
So, and that's what I gave him. I mean, the music,
he was on the target, but he wasn't dead center on that mug.
The music, for the most part, for the same reasons, I just gave him a half. It was just iffy to me. You know, he's spitting on everything, you getting that, but the beats, because the beats didn't grab me, of course, how you marry them. If the beat not getting me, it's gonna be hard for you to really make that song grab me. Yeah. That everything encompassing in that song is gonna be lacking. Excuse me. It's gonna feel like it's lacking because that beat is a big part of that, and that for me on certain songs is lacking. So for me, that's why he gets the. There are some songs that's like, okay, I dig this, and there are some songs I'm like, yeah, I will be bypassing this. And there's not a lot of music on there. It may be 11 tracks, but
right.
If you into that, you know, I would say check it out. It's definitely worth a listen. Again, I gave it a 2. That's not bad to me.
Right. We can come back though. Let's drop one of them tracks right quick, and let them listen. Check this track out from Elzhi's new CD, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about the conceptual aspects of the album.
Yes, sir.
I try not to overthink, but what if back is fronting me with money like I drove a Brinks truck? You out of luck, cause what I'm jotting is career ending. Atmosphere bending to who's air lending in fear that they'll see it appear trending on the sites in they web browsers. I've dodged bullets, demons, chicks who try to get inside of a celeb trousers to extort them. Fake pregnancy and post a picture just for likes out of boredom. Sometimes I think that could have been me from how I used to spend free time out in NC, NYLA on trips having meetings up in Capitol, which could have blew me up and had my haters ducking shrapnel, but it wasn't meant to be. I used to wonder why, collapsing under my blunders by the time that I undone the top. I had to wear well up in court when I was sued, but now I see it's not the size of your problems, it's how it's viewed, so I'm thinking. You either change the way you see things or keep poking at a hive and wind up getting bee stings. Cause I was looking up to D-boys pushing C-brains and steering wheel in 3 rings. Keep a bank rolling, drop a G-string. We sing their praises when they serve a time. If it's moms who they was serving, would I think that they deserve a dime? Let me think, hell no. And that's off the top like an elbow that fell low from the turnbuckle.
Hope y'all was enjoying all that. Hope y'all was enjoying
fire, dog. I'm telling you, it's some fire all the way through there, really though. Like again, for the hip hop heads, for me, like just to reiterate some of what we already talked about. the vibe of it is real good. Like the hip hop heads most definitely gonna love it.
Yeah, I think that's who really gonna love this project.
I was vibing on it myself. I still, it's definitely on the playlist right now. And also, you can make sure you can tune in to InYourEarRadio.com.
Yes, sir.
Oh, get the shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, because we're kicking all of that time. All of this music that we talk about be featured on there as well as our Music's future reviews. So, keeping it moving.
Finishing off the Jericho.
Into the fourth character, Crosshair, which is Concept. Now, I don't know about you. How did you feel about the Concept part?
Damn, lighters don't work.
Here you go, bro. Here you go.
Concept-wise, individually, and I'll always bring this up. Individually, yes, there are some songs with concepts, and I love that. As a whole, and I'm pretty sure, I'm 100% sure Elzhi and them gave a little thought to this. I haven't grasped the concept of Jericho Jackson. I haven't walked away feeling like I understand, and maybe this takes time with listening to it more and more.
Okay.
I haven't grasped the concept of why Jericho Jackson is the title. I'm gonna assume that's the combination of Khrysis and Elzhi into one being.
It was.
Or one entity.
I can tell you.
Okay.
Now, what did you give it a crosshair for that, or you didn't give it? So you didn't.
I didn't give it a crosshair because I didn't walk away feeling like I understood what the concept was at that point.
Right. I guess maybe knowing a little bit of the background, for me, I got it. I caught.
That's important.
Yeah. Well, you might catch yourself once it hits you, and yeah, it was definitely part of the crossbreed between Khrysis and Elzhi, but them together created Jericho Jackson. The Jericho Jackson symbolizes the character out of Action Jackson, the movie Action Jackson.
Okay.
You feel me? That was Apollo Creed. No, I call him Apollo for life. You know what I'm saying? Carl Weathers though. Carl Weathers plays Action Jackson, and that's his real name was Jericho Jackson in the movie. And the movie is set in Detroit.
Okay.
So Jericho Jackson is from Detroit.
Okay.
Feel me?
Okay, so I get that.
So you bring all that together. So with that in mind,
I would probably
that's what pushed it over. Now I already had it because his songs have so much concept built into his lyrics.
Yeah.
That I wanted to give him something. I already had him down for a half, right? So with that aspect of conceptualism. Oh, is that a word?
I don't know. We make up our words, bro. This bitch sometimes.
With that in mind, I had to give it a solid 3, and it actually took my. I had to work up to a 3 at one point. Okay. I would actually give this a 3.5 at this point. Okay. With all of that in favor, I would give Elzhi Jericho Jackson 3.5.
Okay.
And that is, it probably got a little Detroit love on it. I ain't gonna front, but I gotta give that man been out here for a while.
No,
I'm saying like
it's definitely a good
from come full circle, his lyrical mastering. So what we got next on deck? Nipsey Hussle.
What I have been waiting on.
The Victory Lap. Can we get the checkered flag out?
Throw it up.
I should have got a checkered flag for this one.
I said there was one more when we was talking about Black Rock. I said that V had threw that in as his MVP. That was the MVP for the quarter, and I agree. And I said there's one more that's my MVP that rivals Black Black Rock, and that is Nipsey Hussle's Victory Lap.
Oh, dog.
I'm pretty sure everybody waited on this like, well, everybody waited on this like I waited on this. I was waiting like, nigga, come on.
I kind of was sleeping a little bit on it, and then you put me up on it. You had me listen. I kept putting it off, and then finally I listened to it. So I was late to the party to get there. Oh, but I partied heavily.
That flag, it was like,
but I turned up at the party finally when I got there late. So look,
that bitch had UC walking, G walking, blood walking all over that motherfucker. That bitch so.
It's a good ride. So
that
listen,
shit is nice.
Before we get into breaking it down, though, what did you rank it as far as crosshairs, though?
And I'm struggling with this. I gave it a 3.5. I want to really give it a 4. I really do. And I'm gonna have to explain why.
We'll get to why.
It's a solid, strong 3.5 easy. That 4 is like we playing spades. 4 in a strong possible.
Well, I'm looking forward to you explaining that one because I was surprisingly real confident and felt good about giving it 4.
I gave it 4.
And it took me a minute. I think I maybe was at a 3.5 at one point, but I was feeling so strong about it. I said, let me dig a little deeper, and then that's what I did. So we're gonna kick it off. We'll get to that part because I'm curious to find out what your half was based on, and I'm pretty confident in thinking it's probably lingering on the same crosshair. But we're gonna jump it off right now with the beats. With the lyrics section. So now, lyrically, Nips. Now, if you fuck with Nipsey, man, you kind of already know his lyrical style. But for those who don't, now, how did you feel about that crosshair? Was that a crosshair that you gave it? I gave it 4 crosshairs, so we know. There ain't no question on each one.
Oh, right. Yeah, so you got a full across the board.
So you already know what I did on lyrics. I'll explain it, but did you give lyrics a whole crosshair?
Lyrics got a halfie from me.
That's where the halfie came in. Okay, so we didn't. We wasn't on the same page on that one.
The halfie comes in right there. Now, I stated this probably in the disclaimer, but I already stated this before. I don't expect you to be the most talented, technical lyricist, out there like that. Nipsey's a hell of a spitter. Nipsey can spit. Not only can he spit, but he also on here kicking gang. He giving you real shit. You can hear his lyrics and it don't have to be the most technical. You like, that's some real shit right there.
That's real.
That's some real shit. And it we was rocking to it earlier, and me and V was having this discussion. You flow. When Nipsey on the track, you don't get off beat listening to him and following his flow pattern, because his flow pattern rides with that motherfucking beat scandalous.
Right.
The only reason why I'm iffy on giving him a 4, and I gotta be 100 about it, I have to be. His style at some points can be repetitive.
The cadence is
Yep, the cadence that he utilizes is his. I tell you like this, if I heard that cadence from anybody else, you jacking Nipsey Hussle. Flat out. Because nobody else rides and has his cadence, bro. That's his.
Yeah.
But it at times becomes repetitive. Not so much that it destroys a song for me, but I have to be able to acknowledge that. Without that acknowledgement, he easily gets a 4. I still want to give him a 4, but that's where that half came in. That's where the half came in.
For me on lyrics, everything you said to me was enough for me to give him a crosshair. All the positive notes that you made was pretty much where I based my decision to give him a crosshair, but also because he is thorough. And if you don't, I'm a believer that whereas we might enjoy some real intricate, complex rhymes and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But intricate. This is kind of easy listening on a different level. Because like you said, his lyrics, he writes his lyrics in a way that allows him to breathe and flow on the music. So he does kind of, now when you listen to a culmination of his music, you will realize that cadence kind of, probably because he picks a lot of the same kind of vibe and trying to kind of tracks. But I noticed on this album, he did mix it up a little bit more to me. And I mean, whereas I think the similarities in the lyrics and maybe I don't know so much in the cadence, but he is encompassing Victory Lap.
Oh,
so
yeah,
we can take that. So you said that's what you gave it to half, right?
That's the half. That's the swaying. Like there's a door on the motherfucker that is full, and then it sways back to a half, and then it sways forward into a full one. So, but that's where my half was at.
Yeah, I think, and then too, one other part about the lyrics, like it's lyrically correct from the West Coast. You know, they rep the West Coast on this mug.
I'm a West Coast fan.
Like all my West Coast
riders, most technical and intricate like that, but they some hell of a storytellers. They kick you some real
That's
niggas.
what I'm talking about.
I rocks with Cali hard, bro.
Man,
I
man.
fucks with the Cali niggas on the music tip, bro.
Yeah. So look, on the Cali tip, and okay, so lyrically he did what he did. So let's move on to the beats because okay, of course I gave him a crosshair for the beats, and it was based on the fact that. I mean, he was hitting his mark. They was some Cali, like that.
That's Cali shit.
It really was. Like, he really, again, just like in the lyrics, he repped with them Cali beats. And it was a mixture of them. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't all like just West Coast bangers, but it was enough to rep, you know. And again, I want to say this. All the West Coast people that's watching or whatever, feel free to drop the comments and let us know if we all point. We ain't from the West Coast. But
Detroit.
we know West Coast music,
man.
In the deep. You know what I'm saying?
Detroit
but
niggas fuck with West Coast.
Feel free to correct us if you think we're wrong or out of pocket or whatever. But I'm saying though, the beats, it was like, man, it was more than half of it was just like super solid. Like
the beats was solid. It was solid production. He got his full crosshair. Of course, I gave it 3.5. So he got his full crosshair right there for me. Every beat was perfect to me. I listened to the whole CD from one to the end, and that bitch rides. That bitch rides from beginning to end. From the hypest, basic shit of something like Rap Niggas, which is probably one of my favorite tracks. When I heard it, I don't care how basic it is, bro. That's my shit.
That was like one of the first tracks up top, wasn't it?
Yeah. If I'm wrong, I could be mistaken, but that was his opening single that they brought out months before the album dropped.
Oh, okay.
Months beforehand. But that, you know, that
Agreed.
From that to the
Blue Laces.
Blue Laces, so laid back, the feel on that motherfucker. And it's not, when I sing Blue Laces, again, I love my Cali shit. Apparently I got a fascination with West Coast Cali Crip niggas for some reason. Like it's specific. Like when I catch myself like it, I fucks with this nigga. What? Oh, okay, I hear he a Crip. Nigga, and then start looking and listening. Nigga, I listen to a lot of West Coast Cali Crip niggas for some reason. And I vibe with them.
But make some real shit though.
They got the song with YG. Another beat, Cali as fuck. But then he got the joint with Puffy on there. Like when I first heard Blue Laces.
Last time I checked
was the YG joint, and then the one with Puff was Young Niggas. And and the Blue Laces, right?
Take that.
All in the background, all in the video.
Right.
But I got all. But the reason I love Blue Laces was because when I seen it, I immediately thought something else. I'm thinking a straight up Crip track, Blue Laces. You know what I'm saying?
You on that.
And when the beat come in, it's not that. The song ain't that. He give it, dog. The boy is
good, right? And they good, and it was okay. Let's feel so on the beats. You gave him obviously because your half was on the lyrics. So you gave him a crosshair for the beat.
Yep.
I definitely gave him and a lot of the same.
Off camera.
So now I'd like to get to this part quick. The music part. The music category. I obviously gave him a crosshair, of course, student. But and that's why I can't wait to get to it because it was really the way he laced those Cali beats. I don't want to keep calling them Cali beats, but it was the vibe. You got to know that's the vibe that he wanted to bring forth, and
in his victory lap. And he did that, man. He married them beats to them lyrics, man. And he had like songs. It was a lot of songs, man. I could really appreciate in the production, production on the music with the lyrics, the drops. That always brings a good impact, man.
Oh yeah,
you know?
it definitely did that, and we gonna jump more into your view on the music.
Right.
While you gave it the full crosshairs, but we gonna play some of that victory lap.
All right, then I want to hear your side of it too on the music.
Well, want to hear my side?
Yeah.
Nah, but we'll be right back. Check out this victory lap. We gonna keep burning. We gonna keep passing along.
Pop at you lanes, cause I'm sucker proof. Don't play no games, boy, I'm buster proof. Pop at you lanes, cause I'm sucker proof. Don't play no games, boy, I'm buster proof. Pop at you lanes, cause I'm sucker proof. Don't play no games, boy, I'm buster proof. Pop at you lanes, cause I'm sucker proof. Don't play no games, boy, I'm buster proof. Look, I don't give a fuck what you niggas done. I don't give a fuck where you niggas from. Throw you in your mouth, go and get a gun. Then you slumped on the scene, that's a hit and run. Oh, y'all bloods now, oh, y'all Crips now. Fuck it, I'm big draws, I'm Jake Prince now. I'm frontline wars, we can't fix now. Bought latex gloves, that's no Prince now. If you broke bread, you got chip now. Couple things you can't buy inside this town. Loyalty, love, and respect. The niggas will extort you out your check. Pop at you lanes, cause I'm sucker proof. Don't play no games, boy, I'm buster proof. Pop at you lanes, cause I'm sucker proof.
Get back at it, blowing clouds in that.
Yeah, to that Nipsey Hussle. It's a victory lap for sure, though, for me.
Gotta stay sucker free out here.
Hey, so listen, when we before we broke, I was just giving my my impression of what I felt about the music category and Crosshair, and of course, by me giving it a 4 crosshairs on the whole project, whatever. Of course, I gave it 1, and for what I feel is good reasons, because it was so many tracks that he married up, and not just nothing to say. We call them what they are: songs.
We got
you gotta put together songs. And I just want to say this too, right quick, before you get that impression, like, so people even understand my angle of it. Now, if I had to really think about it, like, I don't even probably listen to this music. Like, I ain't even gonna say, I'm just looking at it for what it is. And for what it is, for real, is a great project, for real. But, and most of it is in this music category where I was really impressed how they put it together. So, how did you feel about that music category?
Of course, I gave him a full crosshair for that. I thought, and it's really hard to impress me. That's how I feel. The marriage, again, the lyrics and the beats. I wasn't a big fan of Nipsey from jump. There was a lot of stuff I would hear and be like, yeah, I'm okay, I'll pass. I got on Nipsey not too long ago, and I feel like when I started listening to him, it was like, he's found his niche already. Yeah. He's found his stride, and he finna go full force. And I've been following him a little bit since then with a couple projects and him branching out, and I've been aware of his rise and what he's doing, his business, his hustle.
Right.
And to hear that come through on this album, Victory Lap, and to have that come through to each song.
Yeah.
I understood it and I got that.
Yeah.
He did a perfect job. He found a beat and was like, I want to do this with this beat.
Yeah.
And whatever he decided, it came out nice.
Yeah.
He didn't have, again, I put on 1, and we ride. I'm at work 10 hours. Driving, whipping, listening to Nipsey. I'll ride to the whole joint till it's over with. That's how you really gonna get a crosshair from me with that.
Yeah. If it's a continuous listen, yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody got their favorites and may not feel the same, but that right there tells me this album got. If you want to hear some hard street shit, you can't get no better right now.
It's like originally, come full circle back to the lyrics, the point that you made about the flow, about his flow. Now, this is where that marriage comes from, because when you can put it together like that, when you marry up them lyrics with the right music, and I'm not even gonna call it a beat, because that's why I gave it that strong crosshair, because when you put it together like that, it does become music. It's no longer a beat no more. Or you don't have beats no more. It's a song.
It's a song. It ain't just a bunch of rapping.
No.
And like, I'm gonna tell you this. And please, like, by the time you listen to this whole review, y'all may feel like I'm a K-Dot hater or something. No, I like Kendrick Lamar. I like what he like. I like what I like by Kendrick Lamar.
I'm prepared for that because I know in this episode you've used his name in a lot of good ways.
Yeah.
So I personally can't say you a hater because you've used him to explain a lot of good things that you see and what you would like to see from artists.
I don't think any of the, even if there's a negative side, it's mostly because so many people is flocking to try to capture his sound, and I just, we want originality in hip hop for real. But no, I said that to say though that on that song Dedication on Nipsey, Nipsey's joint Dedication, and K-Dot features on it. Man, if that ain't evidence of flow right there, because he killed Kendrick on that track for me. Kendrick was all over the place. It was a good song. It was a real good song, and I just felt like I was like riding to that joint, like and then when Kendrick came on, I kind of froze. Like I was listening, but I was uncomfortable with riding to the beat. And I just wanted to let him rap and listen to it. I just want to listen to him rap and hear what he said. As soon as he got done rapping, I was like, and then he come back in, I was like, oh yeah.
And it's funny you say that because the whole time we was listening to it, while I love Kendrick stuff, and I like the fast rap, and but when we was listening to it, that's exactly what you do. That's what I did. When you feeling the beat, because I'm riding to it, I'm listening to Nipsey go, and as soon as K-Dot come on, while I love it, I'm sitting there, I'm like, that nigga, okay, that nigga, and I'm jerking, but I'm not riding with the beat. When Nipsey come back on, it's like, okay,
right,
we back riding again, we smooth, nigga, like that shit's so true.
Mm-hmm. I just feel like that's more of a testimony to K-Dot trying to conform and get on the Nipsey vibe, and that was probably not his thing to do.
Well, I feel like K-Dot stayed him. I don't feel he was trying to get
No. He just tried to got on a feature that probably really wasn't for him, though.
Nah, and that's one thing I've learned as an MC sometimes is, a lot of us, and I'm not saying K-Dot does this, but a lot of us get on tracks and sometimes you want to out-rap everybody.
Right.
Sometimes I've gotten on tracks with niggas and I'll be like, dog, that nigga's out cold. He might spit a colder 16 to me right now. What do? I gotta come with that better delivery. I gotta come with that swag. I gotta come with that riding the beat. I gotta come with something else. I'ma have the L's, I'ma have the trickery in my bars, but what's gonna top him? Because when motherfuckers hear it, they gonna be like, that nigga said some shit. What do I gotta do? Yeah. And that's sometimes you get outclassed. And it's not a bad thing. I've been outclassed on tracks. You get on the track and the nigga's verse is just better for whatever reason. Not more lyrical, not more. That person's big verse is just, you vibe with it more. So, with that said, moving on to concept, I gave it a full crosshair, of course. Gave it 3.5. All of them got the crosshairs except for lyrics. What you give it? Of course. I don't even know why I asked that.
But that's good that you asked on this particular one because it was the one I struggled on. Because I started out, like I said, I was strong at 3.5.
Okay.
That concept wasn't hitting me.
Okay.
It wasn't hitting me because it was, the songs had concept, again, now, but that don't get you a crosshair. In the concept category, just your songs being conceptual individually. But as I started thinking about Nips, right? And what I know. You know what I'm saying? A little I do know about it. Because I don't listen to his music like that, but I know his hustle. You know what I'm saying? And Nipsey, Nipsey stayed true to what he does. And that's something I can appreciate. So with these concepts, and what I know, I look at the title Victory Lap, and I started putting it together. And I said, okay. So I started looking at the titles of the songs. I started looking at it, and it was just like, okay, this looks like him. Victory Lap. Let me put it all together. This is all I've been through, and I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Because, I really admire the cat for, like we was talking about the other West Coast cats, and sounding like Kendrick.
Right.
whether it's by default, by super influence because he's a great artist, or they biting, or whatever, just trying to do what's trending. Whatever the case is, Nipsey ain't did that. You know what I'm saying? Right. He just absorbed the West Coast flavor, and he's paying homage to that and telling his story. So a victory lap makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like we talking about the dude that sold a CD for $100 a pop, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to admire his hustle.
I think he did
Crenshaw
in that one too. I think he did it.
Crenshaw, he popped Crenshaw off for $100 a watt.
Gotta respect
that was like
hustle.
2013. You know what I'm saying? So that's like 5 years ago. Man been around. You know, anytime
you know, for his community too. You gotta mention that.
Let's mention the fact that he got jiggered to buy 5 copies of that motherfucker.
Hey.
Shout out to the hustle, Nipsey. So I had putting it all together, and then I started reading. I was really listening to I listened to it one more whole time just for the concept theory. I rewound the whole CD and listened to it just thinking about overall concept of Victory Lap. Looked at the titles and I said, "Pow!" He hit it right on target. I gotta give it to him. So yeah, he got it. That's why he got the solid 4. I give it to him. It wasn't a 3.5. That's a 4 rank project.
It's a 4. It's a 4. I give him that. And we gonna go into one more break, play one more Nipsey joint, and then we gonna come back. I give you my reasons for the full Crosshair concept, and I'm gonna break down why. And then we're gonna wrap this up. Be right back.
Music's finished.
Put my right hand to God, shine on these bras, stay on my job, grind with my squad, 100 racks on my car, no license at all, no 10 on that thing, nigga, 'cause that's how we ball. All these fuck niggas flawed, suckers and frauds. My circle so small, stick to my script and just ball. First I pick up my bitch, and we shut down the mall. Had to pick up the tip, she tried to pay for it all. Bring some yak with my plate, garlic noodles and steak. Bouncing out the ballet, with all these tats on my face. People looking like, hey, black niggas stay in your place. But it's some shit they gon' think, and it's some shit they gon' say. Got to a brick from an 8, see that music's my fate. Switched it up from out my trunk, went to the top of my state. And I Versace my waist, like Tupac in his hay. Brian Williams, how I built this all money estate. Whoa. I put my right hand in God.
Hey, straight up. So there you can see.
You see what we said.
Right.
That Nipsey go.
It got some fire on there too. So again, like this is all based on our reviews are based on you getting some good music to go through and see if you enjoy it or might put it on your playlist. Mm-hmm. But before we dipped out, we were talking about the final Crosshair and why I gave it a full Crosshair on concept, and we've been waiting because this is the cliffhanger we've been waiting on. I want to hear your reason for the Crosshair on concept.
Okay, so here we go. I gave it a full Crosshair, of course. We're gonna start from the album title, Victory Lap. Why Victory Lap? Get into that. The album cover. Sure, you can call it basic. It's him in a black whip, right. Black white interior.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For me,
dang, I forgot to mention that too. That was
the black white interior. For me, that signals checker flag. You know, maybe that's just me reading into it, but that symbolizes something.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying to me? And that's the whip he doing his victory lap in. Okay, he riding good. He's already won.
That's right.
This is his victory lap. You feel me?
Right.
Okay. So then we go into the music. Alright, I got the connection for the title and that. Now the music, what does your music say about Victory Lap? And that's where he gives me the feeling, and I've been listening to a lot of his music the last few albums, projects. I get the feeling that he understands he's won. everything he's been hustling for, his entire grind, everything he's done up to this point,
Right.
he realizes on the last shit, he
Right.
won.
Absolutely.
He's not fighting
Felt
to
that too.
win. He's won. And this right here is his victory lap from the opening track on of Victory Lap, signifying what he's doing. He touches on rap niggas, why he's not like rap niggas. You know what I'm saying? He goes and shows a little love and blood. YG, last time that I checked, you know, it's Kendrick Lamar dedication. You know, what they dedicating this stuff to, what they do it for. He does a lot of talking about, now that he's won, what he's doing. I'm doing community shit. I'm building up my community. This is how you get your hustle on. He giving you game.
Hustle and motivate.
Dog, that's the next one.
Right.
That's right. No, I'm sorry. Blue Laces and then Hustle and Motivate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He touches on this stuff.
Right.
All the way down to the last tracks of now that he's won, he's doubling up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the last track to double up. Loaded bases. You know what I'm saying? Knock that bitch out the park, hitting his victory lap. Nigga, I'm doubling up now. That's a full concept. Top to bottom.
It is.
I don't care what you can argue me all day, all night. That's a full concept. Is it the greatest, most original thing in the world? No. But I would name me another project similar that's out, that's hot all the way through, and the nigga gives you the entire feeling of his album and all that.
I
You know what
agree.
I'm saying?
I
This
wouldn't-
feels like the music feels like he's on his victory lap, bro. You celebrating on this bitch. We've already won, my nigga. What we gonna do, double up?
When we put this formula together, we both agreed on one thing for sure, that the concept category was going to be the hardest
That's tough.
to get. So
We gave out two of them. But I feel they deserve it.
in this episode, right?
Black Rock
And I'm guaranteeing you,
and this.
I'm guaranteeing you, there's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna differ with those. Real shit.
Oh, I expect a lot of
real
motherfuckers to
shit,
differ with the Black
especially
Rock.
with the Black Rock. Boy, that Onyx, you know, so.
But I like, dog, I was surprised, man. Give it a shot. You might be surprised.
No, I think, and we could be wrong, that, you know, like, make sure you go visit that Music's Future page, and after you view this, and start some dialogue up
Yeah,
on
talk
there.
to us.
And,
Talk to
and,
you.
and
We-
let
we
us
can
know if we full of shit, or if you down with what we talking about. If you just want to elaborate, extend on something, give us some new ideas of albums we might have missed, because we're just giving you stuff that we look around and we find. That's not to say that there aren't other things that get out on the radar of this music field.
Hit us up.
One
Tell
thing for
us.
certain, as being a DJ for 100 years, new music, and I mean lots of new music comes out every day. So if you
We
now-
ciphered it through.
Now,
I'm sorry. That's a
now
lot of
imagine
shit.
that with that, our plight comes because we listen to the radio like you, not as much, but just for research purposes. And there's no way that you touching on 1,000 pieces of music coming out a day, and you're playing the same 10 songs on every mainstream radio station outside. You know, so there's no way you're even touching the surface.
We trying to put the stuff in your face that you haven't heard about, and the goal is going to be to put the stuff that's even more underground, even more local, but it's good. A lot of people think local means bad. Local don't mean it. I just mean those on the underground in their cities who may not have that full reach and backing of somebody, a major or even a successful independent.
And being out of Detroit, we know our artists suffer from that probably the worst in the world. For
Y'all might think this Motown, man. It's a struggle being a
and with that, what you just said is real important too, because I love this platform in the sense that when we start really getting extensive into some more underground artists from Detroit, we can help people that's outside of Detroit that don't know much about our hip hop scene to really show y'all that there is a lot of music here to choose from. You may only hear some of the most ratchetest bangers
ever in life and think this is indicative of all rap music in Detroit, and it's such a wide spectrum of music, and we're gonna bring it to you.
With that said, if you do music, send us your music. Granted, we won't be able to go through everything. I'm gonna give everything I can possibly give a fair list. We will not bash anything. If it's up to parness of quality and it piques our interest, we will talk about it. If not, don't take it as offense.
And if your music
and that's from anywhere,
and it's got to be within this quarter though. It has to be within the quarter
or release shit. We only doing new release shit.
You're right. So if you missed the quarter, if your CD is from last year and it was hot, don't even bother because we're not reviewing anything of that nature.
We want to be able to give you also a platform to say, hey, this project is coming out soon on this date when it drops to help build anticipation for more underground artists.
Right. But you can send your music to me to play on In Your Ear Radio.com, our new internet radio station.
You hear him?
ViciousD13 at gmail.com. Do that. VICIOUSD13 at gmail.com. Come on over here.
You know, on the topic of a few artists, since it was brought up, I will throw out there a few artists that I do like, and they not all from Detroit. Of course, we got the Sunny Cartels.
Hey, that's dropping real soon too, so that's gonna be within this probably the next quarter or something. Yeah, Sunny's will probably fall in that next quarter. So
we gonna give you more info on stuff coming out. But there was a cat out of East St. I Brinks, underrated.
Okay.
Dude, surprised me. Had a few burners on there. It's for the times.
Right.
Similar to some of the music out here, but you know, if his goal is to go mainstream, he's got that music, bro. You know what I'm saying? He can do it. Another nigga I know, Struggle Music Volume 1, East Stank.
Okay.
You want some street shit? Man, I'm telling you. And there was another cat, Wise, Nothing Alike too. Found that through on some random shit through Dat Piff. I listen to everything. I'm going through Dat Piff to find projects to listen to. Right. All that. Projects. If you got a dope mixtape and it's not, it's a real mixtape or what they call a real mixtape nowadays, it can get reviewed.
Right.
It's been mixtapes I think is doper than a lot of albums.
Right. We touched on this first episode mainly on some top shelf type stuff. Or whatever, but like we said, it will get gully up in this motherfucker. But
so we hope you enjoyed the first episode. Right. Follow along with us as time goes on. As we do more episodes, things will get cleaner. Things will start to be different. We will be making a lot of changes as time goes on. Grow with us.
Right.
Once again, I am Mylez Mariucci, Raw Dog. Real Raw Dog Music Group. This is
DJ Vicious Vic.
If you need to get out music, give them that shameless plug one more time.
Oh, In Your Ear Radio.com.
Yes, sir.
Tune in 24/7, 365.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a blessed day. We're going to be back next quarter.
It's music's future.